What's up? Check, check. What's going on? Are we on yet here, Brian?
Yes, we're on. We're live.
Test, test. Test, test. Oh. Test, test, 1, 2. This is Charlie Wilmoth. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Benjamin, Daniel, and Mark, thank you very much. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. From Bell Gardens, California, we are live at the bike. Charlie Wilmoth here with you this afternoon / evening for some 5-5-50 no limit hold'em. See our players here to start the night. Kitty KUO going to be joining us. Jared Greiner as well. See him there in seat 8. And some slightly less familiar faces. as we get started here tonight. Sammy there at C4.
Okay.
Katie's going to get things going here tonight with King 7 suited. And she's going to take down the first pot. Nice to be with you all here tonight in Greater Los Angeles. Thanks for hanging out with me and stopping by the chat as well. Matt Benjamin, what's going on? Mark A, Joseph Akers, Alex Ng says good morning from Singapore. What's going on, Alex? Daniel Kim, what's happening? Robert Mitchell, Nick from Yuma, Emmanuel Diaz, and yes, we are live. Mark A says JJ number 1, Charlie number 2. I guess that's pretty good. And yeah, what's happening? Over on Twitch, we've got Chat Police Felon. What's going on? And Steezy Dog, as well as, oh boy, this is going to be rough.
They need fucking videos of us.
Amino Demoro, what's happening? We see the Clam taking this one down with pocket 10s.
Candy, how much you starting with?
As our players get situated here, we see Candy joining us.
9. You can only know how much you have.
38. She never know that. 38.
3,800.
We are aware of the issues with the sound from the table, and the tech team is working on that. Thanks for letting me know in the chat there.
Are you going to communicate, right?
Yeah, the table audio is cutting in and out, I believe.
And it's only one tournament.
Yeah,
I don't really think it's worth it.
There we go. Okay.
not worth it.
Seems like we're
I cancel everything.
mostly under control,
Raise to 100.
but this is something we'll keep an eye on. Kitty raises it up here with ace 10 off.
Without playing any tournament, you know?
Yeah, just to go.
Jared calls with the suited Broadway and the hijack.
And everyone told me hotel is horrible.
It is, yeah.
So I don't listen to anyone. I just ask my coach. He said you will hate it. Or something.
Wang and Sammy call as well.
Definitely hate it.
Somehow Kitty has 3 different players dominated here. And her ace 10 is still good here on the flop. Gutter for Sammy, who hits that gutter on the turn. Wow. Sammy's going to lead here, and unfortunately for him, I'm not sure anyone has much reason to come along,
Okay. So he take a
even against a very small bet.
And he take who? Rio. The guy. What's his name? I don't remember. Huh?
No.
I believe seat 7 is Ashley. I don't know her. I guess we'll find out about how she plays as the evening proceeds here at the Bicycle Hotel and Casino.
How lucky you are. She's a pretty girl next to you.
I know, I'm very lucky.
But you're married, right?
Wayne Chung in the chat.
Not
What's
anymore.
going on, Wayne?
I was married.
But we all married.
Yeah, oh, you guys are all married though.
Your usual reminder that if you want to play on Live at the Bike,
Yeah.
way to do that is to email wayne@liveatthebike.com. Tell him about your poker background and what games you want to play.
Never played with these chips before.
105.
Five. This is a 1-5?
Yeah.
This is okay.
Clam opens it up here on the button, and Sammy just calls out of the small blind. This is a hand and a situation that should mostly be a 3-bet, but Sammy goes with the call and is going to be forced to let it go on the flop.
Yoga clothes. Always yoga. Yeah. I think you like it. It's
Yeah.
probably the best yoga place. Called ALO.
Yeah, I will use it.
Yeah. It's really good. Every time I just go there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
He is?
They make you look good.
Jesus, by a
I'm
lot.
very bad. She teach yoga.
Oh, you teach yoga?
I'm very good with weight. I can squat 90 kilos.
Oh,
I'm very bad with weights.
90 kilo is 45,
I'm not good with
45.
it either.
Pocket queens
Pick it
here
up
for
and I gotta
Jared.
put it down. Oh. 75.
But I'm
Sweet
not
hand to
even
look down
90
at from any
kilos, so
position
it's
when you're
like-
playing a game like this. King Jack suited for Wang.
Is it my turn or no?
250.
He 3-bets, and I like this play a lot of the time in a lot of live lineups, but it's not
Can you
perfectly timed here since Jared has woken up with a
There's a
monster.
1K chip on the left side.
Okay, just one 1K chip? Alright, thanks.
Can you make sure your mask cover your hair? It look like your face is so puffy. I don't want to say that.
He gets puffed up when I see him. You know those wild turkeys in the jungle? When they want to mate, they
I
start,
haven't seen Harry yet, but yeah, there he is.
they get puffy. Right, Sammy? Can we get wine?
Yes, sir.
I want to get a bottle.
We always find a wine.
850.
Ashley.
Jared goes to the 4-bet, which I think is fine.
You live here in LA?
Calling would also be fine, I think, when you raise from under the gun and get 3-bet by the hijack.
Yesterday. Why?
Because we switched for today.
Wang's going to call, and King Jack suited is a very pretty hand, but one that fares pretty badly against
Wednesday, ladies' night.
a 4-betting range from these positions. And we see the problem with a hand like King Jack suited on a flop like this. Even when you flop a pair, you're going to be dominated so frequently.
But either one, wherever Wayne puts me, I'm fine.
Wang has barely more than pot behind.
Hey, why aren't you on the wall here?
2000.
You need to lose it to
Jared's just going to essentially jam
I'm
here.
not qualified yet.
Consolation prize.
I don't want to be there, trust me.
And I don't see how Wang can possibly fold.
So,
He is way behind.
Twice.
You said
One,
answer.
one time? Okay.
I'll run it once.
You're saying you have done this.
And Jared's going to take down a pretty chunky pot here
Thank you.
with pocket queens.
So don't answer me once. No, it's okay. I will long as much as I can. You want some change? 帮你换一些。
My name is Charlie Wilmoth, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at ThirdWalking. And be sure to check out the link to my podcast there on my Twitter feed, which is Third Man Walking.
all right, rebuys for 4,000. Wayne, rebuy for 4,000.
Give me 100.
Yep.
For those unfamiliar with the format here tonight, we're playing 5-5-50,
No, just give me 2.
which here means that small blind is $5, big blind is $5,
He's so excited.
and there's a $50 big blind ante. It's an unusual structure.
My veins lose my hands quickly.
As far as I know, you can't really play anywhere else except here on Live at the Bike.
You're a Chinese citizen.
And,
I can.
Interesting implications.
No, can't speak Chinese very well.
It's much, much bigger than a typical 5-5 game. It's going to play more like a 20-40 type of no limit game.
65.
Wang is rebought and raising it up here with ace-10 off.
250.
Kitty wakes up with ace-king suited. Puts in the 3-bet. And Wang calls. And again, this is a spot where his hand is very easily dominated. This is a flop where Kitty can bet a lot, represent overpairs, but she chooses to just take her ace-king to showdown, and she's going to win this one.
Cannot be something interesting. What time are you leaving tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know what it is tomorrow. What about you? You fly tonight?
I fly tomorrow 6 p.m.
Oh, you want to do something?
Yeah, let's do like in the morning. We go nice breakfast and lunch. And shopping, visit bed.
Yeah.
Gaya says, is Jared an announcer? Yes, he is a commentator here on Live at the Bike.
Every morning I'm full
Shopping and
schedule.
eating.
Do my hair, do my nail, do my eyelash.
Nice life.
Kind of. My husband gave me a lot of freedom. It's good.
Sammy with ace-5 suited here.
350.
Kitty with ace-5 suited.
Don't mess with her. She's
She 3-bets. And Sammy calls. So always fun to see how these situations play out. The two players of the same hand.
200.
Not much going on for either of them. Kitty bets small, and Sammy is forced to fold.
So
That's the power of having
I
position
normally play
and the
here,
initiative.
So if you don't want to
Do every hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it just put in the end.
That sounds good. What are those ones? The orange.
Like 100. It's a backward trip.
Oh yeah, they just have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes they run out of these 100
He
chips
had a
and they use
dragon
those.
The
before.
regular, like the British.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
got
They
those
have
as
like
well.
a 10
Those are
different
for like the
trips.
big
You got
games
one?
usually.
Yeah, they're odd ones. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't go play Baccarat?
No, no
Are you
baccarat
sure?
today.
You just got those
That's
from.
for later.
You got those from the cage over there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't.
They're short on these sometimes, so could do that.
Yeah, there should be like a mandate put out that they're not supposed to give them out to poker
Can you
players
tell when?
anyway.
Can you call when
75.
come over? 24 for him.
I can press a button.
Clam raises it up here.
It is better with that.
Ashley wakes up with ace king and puts in the 3-bet. It's a pretty small 3-bet,
You guys played like the same game, right?
Yeah.
5-5. Oh,
but she does have position.
I like a
Yeah, they
Tuesday,
do this game
Wednesday.
twice a week now.
now
Tuesday
they
and
do it twice
Wednesday.
a week.
Yeah.
I like Tuesday,
And
Wednesday.
she's going to get the clam to come along here with a pretty weak hand.
Most people can play only one day. So you play Wednesday night.
And he flops trip sevens. Wow.
It's boring when people see us in
It's a board that
every
generally should be pretty good for Ashley, too.
People want variety.
I don't think they get tired of you. You're something special, you know?
She bets.
We all get tired of you though.
Me, I get tired of you.
How was you starting with there?
70.
And the clam's going to raise it here, which I definitely don't mind.
Terry starting.
He's got a really strong hand.
Good, man.
And this raise really looks like a draw
How you guys doing last night?
or some sort of bluff.
He didn't want to
Not
play.
much Ashley can do about it here, but if Ashley did have an overpair, this might be the way for the clam to make the most money in this hand. He's going to take this one down.
Go ahead, man. Here, nice to meet you.
We are live here tonight on 21st of
I
July.
didn't stay long. I went to the home game.
Yeah, I mean the home game.
Home game, I played till like.
Here, are you the big?
It was good. Sure.
Okay.
Most of home games kind of dangerous, right?
Albert, what's going
I
on?
like it if people have
In
a
too
phone.
deep in LA.
Well,
Keith Andrews, Pepper Patch, DCA. What's happening?
At least once or
They're already
twice.
doing it
555 total.
already. Actually, it's safer than coming here.
It might be, because everybody there has antibodies. I'm serious.
One time.
I hope the World Series is not canceled this year. Please.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's-
God, my thoughts exactly.
Sammy opens it up with pocket eights.
You see not cancel?
I
Really?
really
I thought
don't
it was
think. I
going
hope
to.
not.
And
You know,
no action for
Vegas
him.
is a top 4, like a highest increase.
There is a delay here tonight.
Yeah, but like
They started playing at 2 p.m. Pacific,
Top 4 to not give it
so they've been going for a couple hours. I am here with you
Okay,
live.
we'll still take your money, right?
Yeah, exactly. It would
Hey,
take
Wayne,
some kind of like.
Could you do Mike a
federal
favor and change out his
mandates or
whites to
something
be
Yeah.
the
cause
right
them to
size
shut
ones?
down.
He's got the black ones.
Have you been to Mexico?
Have I ever been to Mexico? Yeah.
Couple?
Never problem, no.
I've been to Cabo. It's nice.
Good?
Yeah,
Just
it's
2K
fun.
and
I want to
regular
go
white chips.
somewhere
That's
authentic.
Cabo would be a good place.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He'll gladly give you 2K.
Cancun's on the other side, so it's more of like Caribbean.
Which one is
Cabo
more safe
specific.
for Asia girl?
I thought you just had 15 months vacation.
Cabo's probably safer.
Yeah, but now I'm like
Yeah.
Raise 100.
mental sick.
Kitty's
headache.
got
Three is
I
like
mean,
pocket
4,000
sevens.
behind, by the way, everybody.
Is that a raise?
That is a raise to 100. $350.
Candy's got ace king and is going to put in the 3-bet.
Candy, candy,
Can you push that in?
Kitty calls.
That was really good. You guys just started or what?
And a king high board for Candy.
Yeah, it's usually freezing in this room. But,
She's going to bet, and it's hard to know how many streets to hang on if you're in Kitty's position here.
shit.
The answer is probably 0 or 1, and Kitty goes with 0 and lets it go.
You have a glass around you.
Can you bring me one
You don't have to worry
Why
about
you
it.
don't buy ladies a drink?
I would. You didn't drink some yesterday.
She drinks.
Sure, get some glasses. Tell Wayne to get some glasses.
I mean, did they tell you how long it's gonna be? Like, how long it's gonna be?
Nobody told me anything.
It's
I'm
only,
still
I mean,
waiting
they
to
only
hear
went
from
back
the
to it on
government.
Saturday. This has only been like this for 3
days,
days.
yeah, 3
Yeah,
It's probably gonna be at least a month.
that's what I was
More,
thinking, a few
2 months.
weeks. but-
Yesterday, Los Angeles.
I do not know the clam. I've played with him.
How many cases?
I can't remember where,
3,000?
but he is an LA poker guy.
Will be a while.
It's thanks to all the people that don't believe in
But I'm not sure if I've seen him on the stream.
They all came to Vegas and then they came back here. Sorry.
I can't believe in the US there's still a lot of people who don't believe in vaccination.
65. Yeah.
But really, did you get a vaccine? How you feel?
Race here from Harry. Harry with the suited
But I
queen.
got COVID already too, so I think that's why I
Wait,
got
I
it.
thought
It's
you
already
got
had
it.
it.
Double protected.
Yeah.
It's 3.
You feel not well when you get a
Looks like Sammy just folded ace jack suited, but that can't be right.
But mostly all I was, I didn't have nothing.
Clam calls.
No breathing problem.
But
I was
do you-
just very tired.
And flops an
and
open
no
ender.
taste or smell.
But
Flush draw for Harry.
Focus problem, like,
A little bit, yeah. Like I was
325.
so tired. Like I slept like 10 hours, then I would wake
Clam
up, have
raises
breakfast,
here.
and then I was just like, oh, I'm tired, and I went back to sleep. But besides that, like I maybe like stuffy nose a little bit.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry.
Maybe for one day I had a fever.
How much?
yeah. A lot of people say they're
Harry's gonna continue with his flush draw.
Yeah.
And the exercise they feel tired.
Yeah, I had no energy.
What are you doing to me? First
I
day
can.
here.
I love the exercise. I
How
need
hot
it.
are you?
Yeah, I couldn't work out. Yeah.
Complete brick on
I'm the one that raised.
the
But it was-
turn.
Still, it was not. It was just. I felt like other cold I've had before. You know, nothing major.
25.
I'm stop worrying. Should I go back to Taiwan?
The clam keeps
fighting?
firing.
And the COVID-19.
You got vaccinated too, right?
I'm
You're
sure.
I
good.
think he
Yeah.
maybe could go a little bit bigger on this
I wouldn't
turn
worry
to
about
get
it,
some
though. You
folds,
got-
but
you had the
In Taiwan
vaccine.
now, every day just like 10 cases.
Harry calls
Yeah.
and makes his flush on the
The
river.
thing about the vaccine too is it makes it so that when you
Clam
get
keeps
it,
going,
it
and I'm
only-
not.
your
I guess he's
symptoms are
representing a flush now.
bad.
Like, I know.
When you're vaccinated, you don't get this sick.
Yeah.
You know, so you
Sort of makes sense.
nothing to worry about.
A lot of his semi-bluffs would be now flushes, or
You
he
look
could
like
just have a
Kobe
boat.
today.
You know, I mean, I can raise here, but I'm just gonna call. I have a queen high flush.
Ooh.
Harry calls, which
You're bluffing. Would you have 8-9?
makes sense even against a pretty small bet.
Well,
He's going to take a $3,500 pot.
That's a little slow.
I wanted to
Very.
raise, but I'm like, wow, does this guy have pocket sixes here right now? All right. First hand, how you want to make a move on this guy that raised with queen 3? Unbelievable, huh? What is this world coming to?
Unbelievable.
Sammy, nice call, buddy. Boy,
I pulled just for you. I tell you I pulled ace jack suited.
I love you for that, and I would do the same.
But I didn't
Wait,
hit.
what happened? He raised his sugar? I didn't see.
No. I just raised the call, and then on the flop, he let
And then
out.
how can you
No,
fold
I
it?
fold pre-flop.
Yeah, he folds for me. I fold for
I
him.
think with a
Wait,
with
so
a
why
boat,
did you fold the extra suit if someone raised a single raise?
Last time
The clam should be sizing much bigger on the river and probably also on the turn.
So you owe him.
But it's certainly possible that he could size that way
And I
with a
folded a
boat.
straight
He
flush
folded
draw.
the straight flush draw.
And I got the
I was thinking
return.
he was saying more with his relatively small sizing on the river that I was semi-bluffing before, but now I just
You
made a
guys are not
flush.
on the same table anymore. Okay, from today.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Race from Candy.
I don't know.
Call from Harry.
The other guy was still in that hand.
You only have 2 larger ones.
Hey, we
Nice,
like
huh?
to your bank.
And a small bet from Candy takes it down.
I'll take the small one. It's fine.
This side of the table.
Didn't Sammy want to?
Yeah.
We don't
I
have to
don't
wear
want
massive we
this
drink.
one.
We don't have to wear massive we drink.
I don't need it. One package.
Sure.
Oh, you're not drinking any?
I
Why?
thought you said you wanted
Because
glass.
I want my ex.
He's your
you
ex.
want your ex.
She
You
wants
have,
abs.
you have terrible taste in men.
Really?
That's your ex.
No, I want my abs.
Thank you, though.
Super Adaptoid says Pocket Kings probably wants a size smaller. Yes, but this is a single race pot. The clan doesn't have kings in that spot. He might have Pocket 6s or Pocket 7s or 7-6 suited though.
Jared only likes aces.
Too many people gamble. No.
Yeah, dating poker players is a bad decision.
All right.
You guys would both know.
I'm fine.
110.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm an independent woman.
I'm joking.
No, I haven't. What is that?
If it's a good poker player, then it's probably a great thing, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
I
it.
actually like you a little bit.
Likewise, thank you.
Kitty, you're not gonna drink, huh?
When you lost a 5K to me, I drink with you. Hello?
Sammy, where's your?
Is that-
I said
So
when you
Harry,
lost a 5K to me,
I've got some bad news from production. If you are not actively drinking, they want you to have your mask
Well,
on.
I'm actively pouring.
That's a good point.
I'm doing it right now. Tell them don't have their panties in a bunch.
If you are in
Harry wants me to
school, you
inform
probably
you
is
that
a
you
troublemaker
guys
because
should
you
not
never
have
listen to
your
the
Yes,
teacher.
I got it in my hand. I'm sorry, wait.
After your long sip, become a ninja again.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, guys. What's your name?
Cheers. Ashley.
Ashley. Nice to meet you, Ashley. I'm Harry. And this is Sammy.
I'm saying.
I love
Time,
Sam.
hold
Nice
on.
to meet you guys.
Deep through and fun.
Oh, that's my first time. Yeah, totally good.
What's the name of
What
that
do I
one?
know?
Who bluffed a lot?
What
The one who bluffed me already.
Spaceballs?
No, this one. The
Mike.
third one?
Mike.
Yes.
Mike.
I think it's a new.
Space
I
balls.
don't know.
Balls.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are there
Was that
balls in
Ashley?
space? I
Ashley.
didn't know there's balls
Ashley.
in space.
Yeah, Ashley.
Haven't you ever seen that movie before?
Sammy, you flat call.
I
Amazing fold. 6 high.
So the clam raises this one up. Sammy calls.
Six high.
Jesus Christ, man. I actually flopped it there. Where it's coming to. You want some wine?
Flops top pair and checks, which
Driving the Hellcat.
I like. This is a good check call candidate.
No, I'm not Hellcat. I get motion sickness, bro. Can't deal with that.
Sammy picks up a pair of jacks on the turn, which may slow things down here.
Everybody's from here.
Where you?
Vegas.
Oh,
Vegas,
okay.
yeah.
Nope, he's going to keep bluffing.
Today.
Yesterday we came in, yeah.
Wow, yeah, and he gets a fold.
Is this love? Is this love?
So Sammy basically bluffing with second pair there.
Right
And he's
now,
going to take this
oh,
one.
ESPN, please. ESPN, please. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers, Ashley.
Cheers.
Cheers, Harry.
No, I didn't try this.
Who's commentating today, Jared?
I have no idea.
You commentate sometimes, right?
Yeah. Not today, though.
Does Kitty ever go in the booth? Kitty, you ever gonna go in the booth and meow?
What?
You ever
English,
gonna go in
English.
the booth and meow?
English.
Nice watch, Harry.
He's asking if you're going to
That's a radio
commentate.
mirror, right?
I want you and Sammy in the booth.
No, we have an English province.
In the booth.
Two people not speak English.
I want, you know, you guys commentate. What do you need? These?
I don't mind.
Sure.
You need
110.
You guys can commentate.
What's your name?
You can have subtitles. It'll be fine.
Huh?
Vives.
Wow.
Oh, Levi's? Oh, cool, man. That's a nice name, man.
Levi.
You know my number.
Is it?
Oh, it's the
I've
same.
never heard that name before. Now I got two people Levi. Wow.
That's what you don't know. Copy.
This one was 10.
It's very biblical.
So Sammy raises. Kitty 3-bets.
Really? I didn't know that.
I was going to say that.
Sammy calls. Kitty flops top 2.
Really?
It's one of the good tribes, too. 500. It's like one of the only tribes that doesn't screw over Moses, if I remember correctly.
She bets pretty big here.
Harry, what in particular were you looking for?
That's fine. The Arizona game is fine.
Okay.
Cool deal. bro.
Sammy's going to raise with a gutter,
15.
which I'm not sure you need to do. You have so many hands that interact much better with this board, and Katie's bet size was pretty big. She also has a lot of hands that are doing really well here.
Rear is on.
And she's going to jam, and Sammy forced to let it go.
Say who's the best.
Queen's very good hand. You have 10 queen. How can there be too many queens?
I know you're trying to protect you have a queen 10. And then I say go your
Queens. I
side.
thought my queens was good. You have kings then. Always king.
I'm not telling you. But I like your move. Do I need to watch
Like
your
that
football every day?
sheepish
On here?
grin from Sammy after being caught bluffing there.
When you bet on it, you have to watch it, otherwise, when you lose, like, the whole thrill goes to waste, you know?
Oh my god.
55 is
So
what I
what's
need.
the point?
It's so boring.
Here, I need 55.
Baseball is kind of
How
boring.
much?
55. It's
Why
too
so
big.
much, man?
No, it's too big.
On Friday, the Olympics start, though. That's a
Why is there
sport. I like
two,
watching
I don't
why
think
is
they will
there two
stop.
Because she missed.
It's dangerous right now. Yeah, there's
What
lots
is
of
this?
tons of
Understand.
cases. It's
Already 71 people get it.
I know.
I don't think they will stop.
that would suck.
Hey, that's why 可以叫他转电视吗
It's my 55.
I don't like TV. Can they change the channel?
125.
Just turn off.
When there's any
Turn off better than turn on the.
You wanna watch Echo?
No, please. Oh my god.
Just put it on Sports Center. Is that okay?
No.
It's just random stuff.
Like
What do you want to watch? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
How about we watch it left by YouTube?
Yeah.
Race here from the clam, and a couple of calls.
Kind of
Sammy
fun.
takes
Well, it's fun because you can.
the
That way
lead
nobody's
here
like
on
going and like
flop.
trying to check the hands and stuff. It's just on there, you know. A lot of the high rollers that are live stream, they do that so that it just stops the
Then you
players
don't
from
have to
like
go
constantly
away.
going to their rail.
clam bets, and Sammy calls here.
It's on a delay anyways, so
Yeah.
it's just like levels the playing field. It's just there. 'Cause some people-
Betting or checking pocket tens is
Yeah.
reasonable. I think I would mostly check three ways
700.
on the flop. The clam's going to keep betting,
Alright, who's flip flopping? What do we need?
I need something
and
not
this seems like a bet that is
Just the SBS.
Do I look a small girl?
mostly going to get calls from better hands, although there are some
I don't know,
draws
you look
out there.
athletic. You could like sports. How are we supposed to know that?
Clam finally does slow down on the river as Sammy makes two pair.
2,000.
I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I think there's a song like that.
Clam does block some,
Get out.
2 pair jacks.
does block the nut straight,
How do you do that, bro? How do you
but
pull up there?
there's a lot going on with this board that he cannot beat. Sammy wins a big one with top two.
No, Jack was not good.
You guys want to start straight on now?
I don't think Jack was good.
Want to start straight on, everyone?
But I don't blame you for folding.
Harry, want straight on now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What do you want to do? $50 under the gun
Straight
straddle?
on. Yeah.
That's the only thing it can be.
Yeah.
Mike, I put your money away.
No
Wow,
choice.
straddle.
You're straddling.
I never win a pot against Kiwi. I have this weakness against.
I like your
I had
guts.
Sunny hiding.
Chat police felon, thank you very much. Omino Demoro, thank you as well for the kind words. I think I did better with your name this time.
Alright, so this add-on's gonna play this. Oh, okay. 50. So
He straddles
100 or
50.
I can straddle.
Where's the better
So yeah, yeah.
150.
Do me a favor if you could, go ahead and hit like here tonight if you're watching on YouTube.
This one is good.
No, it's a couple thousand.
How much is the
Five-
bottle?
5,000 behind.
Race you from Wang on the button.
5,000 plays behind C3
How much
this
is the
hand.
bottle?
120, 140, I'm not sure.
It's really good.
What's your name?
Looks like a straddle here, and Sammy calls out of the straddle. A6 off.
I like Bordeaux. I drink a lot of French wine. But, so this is a little bit sweet, but it's good. They have another wine here. It's
Wang,
not so sweet. It's
C-bets.
called Joseph Phelps.
Which of course makes sense on a board that's this favorable.
Tastes a bit,
He's got not much this time though.
you know, what kind of taste you like.
Does pick up a gutter here.
Last time Nick bought me for 151 here.
Huh?
Last
I
time,
feel like
Nick.
I'm being.
And I think continuing to fire is
One bottle.
They have a wine here that's
Viable.
Like 2,000. They have
Okay,
like
you can't tell
Opus.
the difference.
Yeah, Opus.
You
Opus
don't
is
know.
pretty
If
good.
it's wine, you'll drink.
Wang just has
You won't know the difference.
every possible strong hand here.
Okay, I fold.
And gets Sammy to fold an ace.
Ace ten.
So Wang's double barrel gets through.
Ace queen, so I fold.
What kind of logic is it?
Ace lower speaker.
I guess not low enough, right? Ace deuce is call too.
Yeah, I'm not blowing up.
Fuck that ace four shit, right? Ace four, ace five. Played that hand pretty good, man.
He speaks Chinese. 你讲英文吗？ He doesn't speak English. He only speaks Chinese.
Was that English or Mandarin?
Please say. Shut your mouth and drink your wine. Okay?
It's your show, whatever you say.
It's not my show. It's everyone's show.
So straddle here. Kitty raises it up over a limp and
Expensive here.
doesn't get any action.
About $1. So you 50 for sure. Oh, so
I
fast.
am so ahead of you.
Holy cow. It's fast.
The student is now the master.
See, our three girls have a
Welcome
three different
back.
color today. White, black, red.
You want a hand candy?
Yes.
Have your glass, Sam.
55
Oh,
or 60, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think if a long time ago I can be good friends with you, Henry, because I'm alcoholic. Now I quit.
Sorry,
Now I quit the wine, so like,
So you
you know.
never drink?
Yeah,
I was
They're
alcoholic.
doing live straddles,
Drinking
so
wine.
45
You still
more,
drink?
so 50 total.
A little bit for
I drinking wine, enjoy the dinner. Yeah.
Andy Wynn says, what's the average bluffing frequency in live low stakes games? I think that varies widely.
So you
And I think
switch to something else?
Maybe the more interesting
No.
way to look at that question from the perspective of wanting to get better at poker is what spots are frequently bluffed in low stakes games and what spots are not. Probably you're going to see a lot of C-bets in low stakes games, which is basically a flop bluff, or can be a flop bluff. You'll see that a lot. But will you see a check raise as a bluff on the river in a low stakes game? Probably you won't see that very much.
You can make a hot.
I'm trying. I'm too short.
So certainly you're going to see a lot of bluffing in low stakes games, but they're going to be in some situations, but not so much in others.
Yes, sir. Can I leave it on your side and you take every hand?
Sure.
I'm just too short.
Yeah.
Yes, Roy, this is really live. We are really live. Charlie Wilmoth here with you today, the 21st of July. We will be here until 8 p.m. Pacific.
We're doing a round of straddles right now.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
So the straddle's on for the time being.
Oh, so I had my husband go get me some balls, but there's menthol, and now it's burning my eyes through these little.
The menthol vapors are going up into your eyes.
Yeah. Now the vapors are going up.
The mask's just like pushing it that way.
Very clear.
So this is a three-way limp pot, I believe.
100.
Ashley has the best hand.
Heads up.
And it isn't yet buying what Harry is selling.
I cannot speak in Chinese even I don't have a hand, right?
It's okay, you can.
425.
Since he doesn't speak English, like if you're
Yeah.
trying to tell someone.
Harry bets pot. Wow, and takes it down.
Yeah, it's fine.
Representing a 10 there, I think. And that'll get the job done. Harry could also perhaps have King Jack offsuit in that spot and have made a straight on the river. Either way, he successfully notices that Ashley's hand is likely to be weak.
都打多大
一般就10块25呢。
？10块10哦，OK。那以后你可以常来这里啊，这里的都是老本，一般人进不来，
Huh?
How long
一
you
般
here
人
from
职业
Vegas?
进
Just
不
3
来。
days.
一会儿打完牌，我们俩加个微信怎么样？
好啊好啊，可以啊。
Where do you live in Vegas? Like, I know there's
Summerlin.
like
Summerlin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. It's really hot there, huh?
It's so hot.
But
And
why?
it's like going to the casino right now, you know.
Where do you normally
It's hit or
play
miss. I like the wind.
Oh yeah.
The wind a lot.
I like the area, just next to my building, 2 minutes. Yeah.
How often do you play there? Like in Vegas?
When they have
poker?
tournaments, I'll play.
Right.
But so
Oh, you're more
either
tournament
the
player?
Venetian or the wind. I like to.
That's good. She helps you.
Yeah.
No,
It's kitty.
I don't have anyone.
150.
If I have a time, I will go sleep. I have a very short sleep.
So Jared raises this up in the second blind. It's called by Candy.
Hourly in Asia stuff. I said I really want to help you guys, but I really don't have
And
time, you know?
after c-betting, picks up some equity here on the turn.
Massage is very
Too many
important.
dry bars. Huh?
Hey, dry bar is very important for hair, okay?
Dry bar.
Do you think you're gonna like a full lesson?
And is
They love it.
Oh.
They love it.
575.
They want to.
going to use that as reason to keep firing.
Yeah,
It was good.
yeah. $100 set menu is a lot.
Yeah.
You can
Candy
do
has a
lot.
pretty strong hand
Compared to
here.
Vegas, I don't think it's expensive.
We could have ordered half the amount.
But Jared has a pretty tight reputation, and she can't love that he continues
My
barreling.
grandma loved it. She said, "Oh, it's too much."
She does make the call, though.
She's so scared.
I
of
know,
me.
I know.
Jared bricks out on the river, and
Japanese barbecue is
It's good.
better than Korean because there's sauce.
he can still represent overpairs and
The meat is very high quality.
Yeah.
And they ship it from Japan.
maybe a thin value bet with a flush if he keeps betting, but this is mostly a board now that should favor Candy. Jared does give it up, and Candy takes down a $1,900 pot.
We all tournament player 4 years. Tournament. Cash game player.
Can you play tournaments?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you like to play?
Wherever they have them.
Same thing.
Me too.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
You should ask her husband.
Do you come to Vegas though?
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen you
Her
before.
husband,
Yeah.
her husband watches my
I
events
was
at your
just
place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
She
Wow, both
wanted.
of your husbands made the main event final table. What the
Same one.
fuck? That's crazy. Oh, it was?
It was.
I didn't realize that. Wow. That's wild.
Wow, that's funny.
Sammy, did you eat?
Supposed to let you all know that
We didn't
we
know Kitty till after.
should be English only in the chat, please.
We were just there at the Venetian for WPT.
That's all I can eat.
Oh yeah.
40
Breakfast
something,
and I
right?
only can cook that.
Yeah.
Harry,
No,
Sammy.
actually 70.
Glasses up.
This is still
250.
very.
Lent from Harry.
1,200 players.
Ashley wakes up with the queens.
And as much as you can when you're not.
Raises it up.
People are gonna mess it up.
Are you how many how strong you are?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Scale of 1 to
I
10.
think in my whole life, probably only
Candy calls,
3 times I got.
Strong?
as does Wang and Harry. So we'll go 4 ways to a flop.
You live here, right?
I live here, yeah.
And Ashley's overpair is still good, but Harry has an overcard in the nut flush draw.
The cash game good here, like normal in casino.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, there's the 5, 10, 20 they have here is good.
400.
There's good games at Commerce sometimes, Hollywood Park. I don't know. I play in a lot of private games lately.
Yeah, I don't go to commerce.
She
Yeah,
bets
I don't
about
like
40%
playing
pot
tournaments.
here.
I only go there for tournaments.
They don't have a World Poker Tour here anymore. Why?
There's no tournaments at all right
Yeah.
now in LA.
Yeah.
And they told me because they can't staff
Is it?
it.
11.
Harry raises it
Not
up.
enough employees. Nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
Because of the stimulus, right?
They're all getting unemployment.
How much do you get? Like 3,000 or something?
Something
Harry
crazy,
keeps
yeah.
it pretty
Like,
snug in a lot of
private
spots, but
dealers
he
don't make very much money,
has
you know?
been
They
known
would rather just be on-
to go off with flush draws from time to time.
In some cases, they get paid more.
Yeah. So
Did it in a
the-
very
the
big spot a
guy
week or
told
so
me they're
ago
not
with
starting
10-8 of
tournaments in LA
spades.
till October 1st. And usually,
Right, when-
Ashley
usually
calls,
the
which
I know.
seems like the right
Usually the
course of
WPT
action.
here is
Harry now
August.
picks up outs to a 5.
Not
And
this
how,
year.
how long is this stimulus?
It should be over in the next couple months, I think. Yeah.
I hope. I will
But if
contact
things have to
you.
close again, they're gonna give more. You know.
This time, you won't go to any tour, text me. I can go with you. You don't need a husband. Girls trip.
If it were up to me, yes, 100%. But he will not leave.
He always goes with you?
Yeah.
19.
We're always together. Every day,
19.
24/7.
1900, so about 60% pot here from Harry.
Oh man, I miss playing tournaments though. I was so happy to play. The past
He's
few
repping
days.
pretty
If you
thin.
want to go Chota, I will go. I just don't want to go by myself.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do it. It sucks.
I don't want to go airport.
Pretty much just sets.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass.
Pocket threes, pocket deuces.
Florida though. That's,
Maybe
I love
6-5
it.
of hearts as far as the value portion of his range is concerned.
First week
Ashley
of
calls.
First week of
August.
August.
Got a big pot brewing.
I committed already.
You already got
And
it.
Harry bricks out on the river, but it
That's gonna be
is a
$5
9.
million prize pool.
What about
no.
that?
It starts on the 1st?
It's the first weekend in August.
I'm not sure how often Harry has a 9 here, though,
So it's like probably like Friday,
after
Saturday.
raising the flop and barreling the turn. So what he's really saying, I think, is that he has a full house or 6-5 of hearts. The 9 looks like a scare card from Ashley's perspective, but I don't think it actually is that much. I would definitely take some time in this spot too, though.
October, I'll be in Vegas. Oh, August. Yeah, August. The first week, I have commitments. After that,
Not a fun spot, and there are people who just will not run the bluff that Harry is running here. We've seen that Harry does have moves like this in his arsenal, but she may not know that about him.
You don't like it, but the 10 minutes good. Yeah. So information are very better.
Oh, yeah, every day is very better.
Many people
You bluffing, Harry?
This is like 50,000 a day.
Same.
Some first draw?
Here,
Both.
these two.
Both, yeah. Gotta have it off the table, gotta have masked up if you're not drinking.
I'm sorry to bother you guys because of the new regulations, because they're not drinking, we have to do the
So in between?
In between, yes. Take a sip to the back.
make a little hole in your mask and put a straw.
You owe me last time. You were saying,
I turn.
Takes so long because.
Oh, she does let it go. Very tough spot.
At 4:30, I always reserve her to come in.
Can't check.
And it looks like he showed his cards.
All day.
Yeah. Harry gets the big bluff through,
Missed
and
first draw.
Ashley, if I was gonna.
good on him. It's a very tough spot. I think what it comes down to for me is that he's repping very thin
why you don't do
on the
that?
river.
I had a heart
Harry.
too. You said, oh man.
Yeah, ace queen?
No, I had a pair, but I just thought, I don't know. I didn't know if you were going to try to bluff me off a pair yet.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
We learned the answer.
Yeah, that's tough. So a very nice bluff from
It's okay.
Harry. Does get through, and he wins one of the bigger pots of the night so far.
Here we go, the straddle.
Nice
Oh
shot.
my goodness, how much?
50. And then you can steal for your hand. I don't mind.
What?
You can steal for your hand. I don't mind.
So hot.
I know. Usually it's not like this. I don't know if it's because they left that door open. Sometimes like that.
It
makes
helps.
It's so
If
hot.
it's closed, it gets hotter.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it becomes a box. No circulation.
So the straddle's still on. Raise from Wang.
It's 70. It's 72. All right, it's 76.
That's it. 205 is the 225.
Nice hand.
Bet from Wang and a call from Harry, and it goes check check here on the turn, and Wang makes top pair on the river.
I know. I should. I like LA a lot.
The test is
Playing a lot of
too.
good cash.
And I think I prefer a bet in his spot, but him checking is going to
I know,
induce.
that's what I've heard. Almost
Oh,
tons of my friends
I
moved
thought
to
Harry
Vegas
was going to go
last
for it
year.
again.
Everybody moved there,
But it goes check, check on the river. Harry doesn't have anything, and Wang's going to take this one.
Living in California.
You're the tournament. You are the tournament player.
I know. Now there used to be good tournaments here all the time, but now there's not. So maybe I'll move to Vegas soon.
850. 850 bucks in your bag right now. I just see it. Wait, let me see.
That's my 850 from earlier.
850. No.
你来美国多久了？
No.
50.
I had a sick hand.
3年了。
I had a sick hand. You would have never known where my hand was coming from. I had a Jared hand.
What's that mean? The nuts?
55.
No, if I had the nuts, I would have won. Is this
La captura.
on that one? I needed an 8.
175.
8 would give me the nut.
What do you need this for? You doesn't know.
Temperature check.
Temperature check.
They check your temperature when you walk in, so they get
Oh,
it
they
too.
did?
They just have like a thermal camera saying like right when you walk in.
I thought it was because
So limp here from Ashley.
No.
Candy isolates. With pocket 8s, Clam wakes up with pocket 9s in the straddle.
You meowing too much lately.
He's going to come along as well as Wang with 40 suited. And we'll go 4 ways to the flop. Just ace, king, king. Not a flop that anyone will love, although Wang has a flush draw.
You've been playing around in the alley too much.
And now everyone hates this board.
What do you mean?
That's where cats hang out.
That's where cats hang out in the alley.
An alley cat is like a wild
Everyone's
cat.
hand has been counterfeited.
Oh,
I'm the official translator.
yeah, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Except for Wang, who just has 4 high.
Why'd you make it
He
your
bets,
ex?
and he's going to win this one.
Say
He's
that.
such a nice guy. He's translating for you
I am
even
a
all
very
these
nice
years
guy, though. That
after.
is a very
I
good
don't, I
point.
don't date poker player.
She just marries
Why?
them.
I already married. How can I date?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. You can't do that now.
I never interested in a poker player.
Well, you're a poker player.
Doesn't mean anything.
So you say to yourself
Her
that you
husband's a
are
poker
not an
player
interesting
too.
person?
Park me because he blocked me in the table, so I tried to take his money, so I need to marry him.
How much money do you
That
need?
makes sense.
Like you have so much money. How much is enough? How much is
55 for mine, yeah.
Until I don't need to play poker anymore, so that will be enough.
Give me a sec.
So I'm good.
I'm not me.
No. You're the straddle.
Oh, I'm just.
Raise 200.
Yeah, they have like a thermal imaging camera when you walk in.
Oh, okay.
And then up until Saturday when they started making you wear masks, if you came in without a mask, the guy at the door asks you if you're vaccinated. It's like the
I'm
only
gonna drink,
place,
let 'em
every other
know.
place, no one
You
asks you,
just-
but like here you walk in the door, they
Oh,
check you out,
God,
you're
I almost
vaccinated.
passed out, bro.
Yes.
I can't drink these things either.
Like anyone would say no if they were walking in without a mask.
Raise from Kitty, 3 calls,
Who's in the booth
and a
today,
big
Jared?
flop for Wang.
Not sure. It doesn't. they-
Flush draw for the
they're on a
clan,
2-hour delay,
but his
so
flush
they
draw is
might be weird,
dominated.
whoever they are. Let me see if it says.
Is it Bart?
No, Bart doesn't do it anymore for out here much. He lives in Texas.
475.
This is a cash game.
I love Bart.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I'm going very soon.
475.
Here's the
Stop
cash
taking
game.
everybody's money in every state. You're like drawing
Checks
up
around to
the whole
Wang.
poker community.
Puts in a
Yeah,
bet.
I draw all the poker money, but I put
Clam.
the money in economy. I go shopping.
Calls,
spending,
drawing
and I
very
buy
Beverly
thin.
Economy, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
But only to Beverly Hills Economy,
We got a Hermes over there?
where they really need it.
I do go a lot. What, do you have anyone who sells? Can you introduce to me?
Check, check on the turn, which makes sense.
My wife can help you out with that. I don't know. She's a VIP in those things.
And the Clam
How much?
I
How much?
wouldn't know.
does not bluff
Yeah,
here.
normally you need to spend like 50, 100K in Amex and get one back. Now I'm like 20K. I'm still have 80K to go.
There's
Clam
special
goes for
offers.
some
The-
thin value here, but there's none to
No,
be
I
had,
haven't. But in
as
Amex,
the
I
Clam just has Jack 9 and has to let it go.
do. And what do they do? Can they get it back for me or what?
Everything. Birkin, everything, yeah.
Really? Oh,
And there's a lady, her name is Jamie. I'll get you her number.
Okay.
You'll like her.
okay. But not fake one, right?
Come on, dude.
I just buy the 50K 2 MS bag. It's fake.
Well, stop buying it out of the stores.
I know. Thank you.
No
Don't
more
go to the
Amazon
alley.
purchases.
Don't go to the drive-thru.
Yes, I.
I have a feeling Sammy is not folding his hand. I just can tell from his body posture.
Uh-oh. You know him well, too.
Not you.
I wasn't
I was telling
going to
Sam. What?
Bad
What a bad reading.
The clam
What a...
raises it up in the first blind. It's a pretty small raise. And
Okay, that's what I was
Kitty's probably going to defend
Just
That's
keep
what I
it
was waiting for.
very-
almost
keep
any
it
two here
on your face
to this
so it's
sizing.
Like this.
Oh, really? That's
Yes,
cool?
yes.
Oh, let it hang? Ah, I can let it hang.
Not much she can do, I don't think, on this board.
Thank you, Jared.
Then like that.
That's
I
good?
know all the strategies.
So is this good, though?
I think they're going to give you less of a hard time if it's like
Because
that.
my glasses get fogged up.
I know.
I can't see Sammy.
I used to wear glasses when I play a lot, and now I wear
as small
contacts.
as Sammy is, I can't see him.
Fog.
I lose him. I lose him in the fog. What the fuck, Sammy? I think we need another bottle.
You got any more? Can you give me a little refill
Yes,
over
yes,
there?
yes.
I'll chip in on the next bottle.
Don't worry about
Here,
it.
I'll bring my glass over. Deal me in, okay?
How about Ashley? Ashley, you're not even drinking. That's your problem.
Thank you, bro.
When Wayne comes,
It's like we need a straw and a straw bowl. Then you don't have to worry about it.
It's just frustrating because we got over this. Like,
I know.
playing in here with no mask
Well, I have
for like
one
a couple
question
weeks,
for
and then
you.
all of a sudden we are again. It's like,
only one.
I always wear multiplayer.
I know, I've seen you wearing.
Can I use up my
You know what I
question?
see a lot?
You got it.
Are you
tournaments?
ever gonna win a
Michael.
pocket hand?
When it gets deep in the tournament,
Oh, you did?
I
You
see
did
more
say,
players
I didn't
who
know.
don't wear masks
Tells me how much
than they wear
fucking
it.
attention I
really?
pay.
Because they can
Okay,
just
that's
cover
good
their
enough.
face. It's
Oh,
like
man.
more. It's
You know.
like
Inspired
it
me.
used to be illegal
You
to
want
cover your
more
face
pot,
when you
that's
play,
good.
right?
Let's send me one.
So now it's
So
like
now
I
they're
saw this
pretending
huge
they're
final
being safe,
table,
but
exactly,
yeah.
huge final table, and I saw a guy. He wasn't wearing a mask the
Right.
whole tournament, but then he's at the final table and he has a mask on. I'm like, okay.
Race here from the clam. Sammy 3-bets from the first
No, I
blind.
know, but you. This is where you give away most of your
Yeah.
information, really. It's like
No,
your mouth
it's not.
and face. So
Here.
like,
Here.
some, but like
Clam makes a
so much of
light
your
peel
face,
here.
I promise. Like, having
Great
your
board for
mask on-
Sammy.
I went to study FBI body language. I
Yeah.
paid a Swedish personal training.
Yeah.
Personal training.
I believe you.
He say the most people,
Checks and deduces a bet here from the clam.
the body here is no lie. Like you cannot read any information. So when they ask you a question, they always look at your body information.
Yeah, the
after.
lower you get, the better. Like
Yeah,
your
it
legs
says
and feet.
it's
Sounds like they had
fine.
some sort of discussion of their hands there.
Yeah.
You can see someone.
Clam picks up a 10
I
here.
always see body move.
Sammy's going to lead. Wow, what an interesting line.
That's definitely more reliable.
Oh, I see.
Talking about
A check on the turn, and then he leads the river, and the clam backed into a full house.
My
Very strange one,
friend who
too.
coached me is really good
I
at
like
that stuff
study different things.
Hey, you have a pen.
Yeah, I love that stuff too.
You serious?
Interesting.
I'm on the pen.
English spell.
Suddenly a really hard spot for
If
Sammy.
you're not giving away information, I feel like it just makes you feel more
One of those
comfortable with
situations
yourself.
that makes
Somebody
so
staring
little
you
sense
down
that it almost
and you
has
have
to
a
be
mask on,
valued.
It feels less intimidating.
This would be such a weird line for the clam to take as a bluff.
Yeah.
And the one is World Cup champion 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Now was the first time I already bluffed like half my stake.
Yeah.
And my move is like keep moving.
Yeah, because you were nervous.
Sammy is
Kitty, Kitty,
underrepped his
your
hand
body
here.
moving so fast. I say, yeah, I just come back US.
It's hard to get used to. When I played the first tournament I played back, I was
Tough
the same
spot.
thing. I was like, what the? I don't even know what I'm doing.
And he does pay it off.
Ugly.
Well, how did you see the turn? Oh, you bet.
So a very funky run out
You bet the
leads
block?
to a $5,400 pot for the clam.
Oh, man, you're trapping.
Hey, good.
Okay, the game is on.
Welcome to Life of the Fight. Wednesday, fight 5:50.
I got on the book, I don't get on the
CJ says, has the clam bluffed even once tonight? Yes, he just bluffed on that flop. He just did.
You tried to bluff me, remember?
I didn't bluff you. Good. I just want to see if you have king or not. If I call, you bet 2,000 the next time. I bet call again, you bet 5,000. Okay.
Nick from Yuma says Space Clam. Couple limps here.
Player.
A flush draw for Wang. Middle pair for Sammy. Sammy bets, Wang calls, and gets there on the turn. Quick check from Sammy. And this has to look like a great card for Wang because Sammy very easily could have an ace here. He doesn't. But Wang bets small and Sammy pays it off.
What's the biggest game that they play out there?
Most of the days it's
Shout outs to the chat.
5-10 cap.
Mark Goon joining us
5-10
here tonight.
And they have like another like VIP room that's sort of like
Bradley Little,
not private, but it's like
and too
not
deep in
a
LA.
board and stuff. And that's
We
been-
were
that's
playing
been- that's
that-
been like 10, 20, 40.
Scott
Sunday, we were
Bartolotti.
playing that before COVID.
Yeah.
50, 100, 200.
That's over on YouTube.
200, 400.
Oh shit. Yeah. So like sometimes
Ryan,
games like that.
Ryan
And then on
was in the
Twitch,
game.
MJ
when
Sydney
Ryan was-
Aussie,
Yeah, exactly. He was putting some stuff together, but
Super
pretty much
Adaptoid.
4 or 5 days a week. There's been 10, 20,
What's
40.
going on? Nice to have you with us.
No, 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 we're good.
Like the 5, 10, 20 game is always really good here.
Normally you guys run the party game Thursday, right?
Limped pot here. Trips for Candy.
Yeah, that's the one I was here. Yeah, that's
75.
when they had a private. I think they have it multiple days a week though now. Yeah. Ken was there, and a couple other people. I didn't get a seat, but they were playing 10, 20, 40. Yeah.
It's Harry who bets the flop though.
Santa's always like 3 blind.
Always what?
3 blind.
I don't know. Yeah, there's lots of 3 blind games. I don't know why.
Vegas,
Candy calls and then leads the turn.
They have a 2 big blind empty.
No, at Bellagio they do 3 blinds.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of games. Yeah, a lot of games in LA. So the big
Unorthodox
private games
line,
out there are all
not
like
much
25, 50,
Harry can
100,
do in this
like
spot,
3 blinds.
but let it go.
Or 10, 25, 50. I think that the private games like it because then there's
Andy
never
says, is the
stop.
woman in red a new player to Live at the Bike? Yes, as far as I know.
Oh, but
Ashley
they're
is
raising-
saying.
Can.
Yeah, they're really here.
Yeah.
Everything's so expensive.
Nice.
Have the property start at the market over there.
Oh my gosh, yes. We just moved in January and our house is like 50% more.
Already, yeah,
It's
6
like,
months.
doing it.
Yeah.
it's 6
No, we
months.
did one round.
Crazy,
Okay, never mind.
crazy,
I was
crazy.
thinking about getting a house out there a couple years ago, and now I'm like kicking myself for not doing it.
All of our neighbors are like, should we move? Should
I
we
have so many
not?
friends that are like that. Like, well, I got my house 2 years ago, and it's worth $1 million more now than it was then. So I,
Shut up.
It was one round. We did.
One okay. But it's still good to buy though. I think.
5 to you.
yeah, I mean,
Because there's a lot of stuff
50.
coming to Vegas.
Exactly.
if you're keeping it long
yeah.
term, it doesn't matter, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
it'll be worth more. But I don't know. I feel like
300.
I'm just
I mean,
maybe
if
I'm
you-
just wishful thinking because I want to buy a house. I'm hoping that it goes down in the next couple of years.
Yeah. It will. It will kind of
It
like
has
level
to,
out.
yeah,
and
exactly. It's not sustainable to keep going like
They
it
already
has.
said there's more houses available. So now.
Yeah, now it's
So Kitty isolates with ace king, flops trips. Not much there for Harry. And easy game.
help them out there too.
That's
now.
what they should.
It's just
They
like,
should.
I
Why-
went
I mean,
to-
I have an
like-
idea. You buy my condo, then I move to another condo.
okay, sounds good. How much is your condo?
500.
Oh, that's not bad. Where's it at?
Right on the strip.
Martin.
Hey,
Right
what's up?
out here. You know that, right? We want to buy 7th floor, 1900 square feet.
Aiden there saying hi to Sammy.
35.
2-bedroom?
Yeah, very
Nice.
big. And then, if we're not there, I can help you rent out to some friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, get a place and rent it out.
Yeah, I can do that for you for free.
110.
Good service, good service.
I might be interested in that.
I'm not going to pay every time because
Let me win a tournament real quick, and then I'll just pay
I
cash.
can. I need
You
to
always
see.
know I have good hand.
She wants to be
You don't
friendly
do
with
that. I have
everybody
bad hand, you 3-bet.
It's a hard way to sell a condo peer to peer like that. Just asking people.
Just at the
What do you see
poker
from
table,
Sammy?
like,
A couple
"Oh,
calls.
Hey, you never know.
Because he saved the money. I
Sammy's
saved
ace
the money
high is
too.
still best here,
Yeah.
and he does have
So
the
Katie-
ace of
Katie
clubs in
should
his
have been a
hand.
saleswoman in another life. She can
Oh,
talk
yeah.
you into
She would crush
anything.
it,
Like he's gonna be living there by the weekend.
yeah.
210.
Poker sales in a sense.
Making this
It
a
is. That's
pretty
what I-
reasonable
whenever I play poker,
board to
all I-
see
I
bet
was in
if you're
sales,
gonna
I was
raise with
a
ace nine
manager,
off.
and There's a lot of stuff.
He does
translates,
and
yeah.
gets 2 folds.
A lot of the psychological stuff, at least.
Our condo in our building that have a
Tell you what's
she sell now. Everyone sell like 600, 550.
Yeah.
But we buy the time, we buy 450, and but we
So,
put our some
what'd you have that
furniture,
one
but we
hand?
keep it everything
Ace king?
so 50K. Because furniture everything costs
Buster hard draw?
So we don't try to make a
I
money
really
because
feel-
we just want to buy the house.
Yeah, you're just trying to move and get a new
So
place.
strong,
Yeah,
but you let me see the hearts.
But you
so
have
I
to
don't
know
what
that
you
it's
think.
kitty
Heads up,
furniture
my
style.
P doesn't.
Right, okay.
So if you're looking for like a
So if you're looking for a
brick
response,
Yeah,
you're
I
on
mean,
my
that's
like diamond walls.
That's my style exactly, actually, so it works out perfectly.
Cheaper than
Hey,
raising.
it's easy for you to find a new girlfriend.
True, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I
right?
need that. Alright, sold.
Oh, no way. We gotta play for more than that.
The
Hey,
problem is if we live in the same building, you can always come hang out, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to get him out.
Good, yeah, I probably will move to Vegas.
Encourage everyone.
Everybody's doing it.
Rank is
All
really-
right.
Everyone living our building. So
Nice.
you don't feel boring.
Yeah.
So, Sammy lives from early.
Yeah, because everyone moved. Like most of my
The clam raises it up to the
gentlemen
blinds
who live here, they all moved to
and
Vegas last year.
Yeah.
takes it down on
I
a
know, I saw
queen
that.
high board.
So that just means the games here are better for me, so I kind of want to just stay. LA
Super
tournaments are
Adaptoid
gonna be
says, "You
amazing
think
whenever they
Kitty's
come
hand
back."
continues sometimes? Are you talking about in the king
Of course, yeah. Of course.
6-3 board?
And
I think she had
know,
queen
and that's-
10.
Yeah. I miss not being. I played on that last week when I was in Vegas.
So,
If so, I don't think so. I mean, she doesn't have any.
There's no stuff. But
Exactly.
how is in Vegas? There's
I guess you'd have a backdoor flush draw, right? I mean, it is difficult though. It's pretty ambitious. You really
There's less
need
availability for other jobs.
like the jack
and then
of spades or
California
something to
is
do
giving
much
out-
on the turn.
California's giving
Especially
out
since both your
more,
cards are undercards to the king.
unemployment money than other states.
So I think I just let that
California
go.
has higher money that they give out.
but I also think in Nevada, if you're a tournament dealer, you're also a floor dealer. I don't think they're subjugated to one group or the other.
Yeah, they make more money, the Vegas dealers do, than the because the LA tournament dealers, they get paid
Shit.
minimum wage. And so because of that, none of them, they can't staff their events. That's what they told me, at least. Because they should, if they ran a tournament here right now, it would crush. It would be massive,
Yeah.
you know? Frustrating.
People are ready to play tournaments.
I know,
I mean,
that's what I'm
every
saying.
single tournament was just
It's
massive.
like doubling their guarantee
Yeah.
every time, yeah.
If they were just like, you know,
People
5 million guarantee, double it. You know,
Yeah,
3
exactly.
million.
That's like, yeah, like this
Now
Florida
you
5K will be at 5 million at least, I think.
Oh,
Now
yeah?
I believe it will better
So 3
because
million
people
guaranteed.
worry about COVID-19 and everything shut down again. So
Yeah, that is a little concerning. I really
They just reinstated like the employees have to wear masks
Oh, did they in Vegas?
in Vegas. Yeah.
Wow.
100.
So then
That would
it'll
be
be we have to wear
such
masks
a
again.
buzzkill if the World Series got canceled.
Oh
The
my
Ken,
gosh.
please, God, no.
I know.
if you cancel, it's okay. I just go back.
It would be so beautiful in the fall too.
I know,
Just
that's what I'm saying.
Really
I'm looking
nice
forward
weather.
to it being nice weather. I can go play golf in the morning.
If,
What is up with
Well,
poker
I
players
think
and
it's gonna
golf?
play.
They're obsessed.
It's fun.
I think it
You
will
can gamble
cancel.
on it.
I think it will be good to cancel.
If it was in December, I'd say maybe not. They might go crazy in December with this COVID stuff. But I like October. I think it's
You
gonna
think
play.
it'll be okay?
That's
It's going to take a
hunch.
lot
Yeah,
for it
yeah.
to cancel. It's going to take a lot. I think that the general public in most of these, especially like the more conservative states like Nevada, like they will lose their shit if people try to close stuff again. Like people aren't gonna, they're just gonna say, no, that's not happening. But I don't know. I guess if it gets to a certain point, they have no choice.
105.
105.
Uh-oh.
So no straddle now.
450?
870.
Not quite.
Oh,
600.
Raise from the clam. Call from Sammy. Kitty puts in the 3-bet. Ace 5 suited.
Discipline.
Ashley forced to fold.
600. That's weird.
Ace Jack offsuit, which I would too.
Alright, free flop for me.
And Sammy though is going to come along.
I have a very bad hand. I think I have 2 undercuts.
Didn't you win a tourney recently?
Oh,
ladies'
a
event,
little
picture
ladies
online.
event, yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
good job.
Thanks. The Venetian.
Nice.
It was fun. Well, actually, it was at the Palazzo.
Yeah.
9-7-6 board, not going to be great for Kitty's 3-betting range.
Casino floor.
Insane, especially when
So
that
you're
nightclub is
at this
going
like
on.
baby
Although she can have some hands that do fairly well on that board. 3 of diamonds now,
What's going on?
and on a club I think we'd see her bluff,
That was
but
probably a fun one to
I
win.
don't think
It made it fun.
she really can on a diamond.
Yeah, I mean, at least
Her ace
that
size
lot
still
of
good
space there,
here.
But that location, especially on like a Friday or Saturday
That's gonna
night
be
when
rare,
the club
but
next to the
Yeah.
place is like
Yeah.
pumping,
It's also
like,
just pretty hard to get
loud.
Yeah. I
folds
actually
here.
didn't mind the nightclub. It was just on the smoke.
Smoke.
From anything you're
Smoke was all. The
losing
nightclub
to.
was kind of cool. It worked. It worked.
My table was just like, it was like day 2 and I was like right next to it and it was just like bam.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Sammy finally going to bluff.
obnoxious.
You need to give a river 10.
well, I got a lot more used to it this past year. I've been playing
Pretty
a
big
lot
bet,
of private games.
sensing correctly that
And then obviously there's like loud
Kitty
music
probably
playing
has
the whole time
Oh,
during
really?
those, so I've gotten
an
better at
unpaired hand that is better than
zoning
his, and he
That's
takes it
what I
down.
mean. I feel like, you know, I guess
Is that your
maybe it's
name,
just
Mike?
like
Mike, yeah, 2-bet.
the vibe.
Where are you from?
Like,
Yeah,
what people
Oh,
no,
like.
in LA, like the private
You
games
looked
are
depressed when you saw the
pretty
flop.
wild.
Yeah.
Not all of them. The bigger the
I
game
had a
gets,
little bit of
usually
it.
the more chill it is.
Okay.
I have a
General,
UP
but
pre-flop.
Yeah, pre-flop for sure.
most of them are.
They made 2 pair on
It
their
is
board.
fun,
That's a
yeah.
fair
I mean,
assumption.
the
And you
rake
feel
is
safe?
ridiculous.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat Police Felon says, alive at the bike Twitch versus
I mean, there's
YouTube
some games that
tourney
are
would
not
do
to go
well.
to.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, there's some games you know not to go to, but like been around it enough.
It's not nice if you're not people on the table now.
Just put together a big MTT with half
I'm on a diet. I'm on a
Yeah.
keto diet.
Exactly, so it's like
Twitch viewers and half YouTube viewers and see who does better.
I'm like
so it's kind of
30 kilograms since coronavirus, since COVID started.
Can you read again? Ah, it's my first time on button.
I call you.
I
Just
don't
'cause
think
it's
you're
your
supposed
first
to
time on
call,
the-
right?
Well, you don't know what my cards are.
Heads up.
I think I am supposed to call, honestly.
So Jared defends his big blind. It flops a 7, but Kitty checks back and
I just
turns a
played with the
king.
card kind. Doesn't
Yeah.
care about my hand so much.
Right, it's your range. This turn
Yeah.
is a great turn for your range. I'm still gonna call though.
He checks and calls, which seems good.
But you know what? Let's try out.
Oh no.
Wow, Kitty.
You
Kitty's
announced
gonna
that it
keep
was a
firing
bad
here.
card for you, and then you still bet.
375.
Before the wine, too.
I know. This
New style of
tricky.
Kitty.
is tricky. This is tricky. If you bluff me, it's alright. You lose.
Ooh. Kitty.
Yeah, good fold from Jared.
Go bluff.
I did think he would find the fold there.
King, queen, all
Seems
day.
like a line that he would be likely to
I
interpret
didn't see that.
to be King X, and he's right.
Good money. You still owe me some
Albert
money.
says, I thought you guys stopped streaming on Twitch. We did for a while, but now we're back there.
I will pay more, I promise you.
So 2 streams going on right now. They're the same stream, but being shown in 2 places at YouTube and Twitch. 870 of you here on YouTube, 396 over on Twitch.
My boss nature is Marisha, so I know Marisha is rich.
50.
It's not actually rich, but the rich and the poor.
So I'm not sure this is a straddle or a raise here from Wang.
If you're poor, you're getting like $200 a month.
Pocket
If you're rich,
eights.
You're getting like
2 million.
One half a million
Oh, okay.
a month, maybe.
Yeah.
$375.
How much? Oh my God, so expensive.
Jared raises it up with pocket nines. I think this is probably just a straddle.
Everybody wants a piece of this.
See, now no one's
I want
gonna
a
call.
piece
Not
of
one.
you.
Piece of a cake.
It's not a $300 hand.
They all know it's easy money.
$50
Jared
hand.
raises to isolate from the small blind, gets 4 calls. So 1900 already in this pot. Jared flops a set. Candy has the best heart, but it's only a 5. I think probably going with a small bet is the way to go here.
700.
And Jared does bet 700, a little more than a third of the pot.
Fold.
And no one else has enough to continue.
This one wrong
That's a
side.
scary flop.
So just a raise and a flop bet from Jared, but still makes
Was it 3 on the
over
hearts on the turn?
$1,500 in that
No,
pot.
that's my card.
Oh, you
Pocket
had the
three.
3 hearts. You had
Oh shit! I had pocket 3. I won that. I had ace 9.
That was a very tension.
Okay.
That was a nice flop.
Taylor, can I get my money, please?
Yeah, I spot the set
No
now.
money?
I said when.
Announce it, it'll play behind, and if the floor doesn't come in here, I'll go change it for you when I go and play for 4 minutes. We're finding out.
You don't have the walkie-talkie for the floor?
I've got a button for the floor that
okay.
they
They play
sometimes...
Pokemon.
So she has 4K behind.
Yeah, she's 4,000, okay, 4,000 for sure, Ashley? Okay,
I'm glad the flop is not
4,000
ace
plays
9 3.
behind seat.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Whatever, it's alright, I'll take it.
Raise.
Where did Harry go? I need to win my money back from him.
I know. He's taking an extended break, I guess.
Raise here from Candy.
Smoke break.
He left it right there, though.
Wang defends Jack deuce off, which
Literally on the table.
definitely isn't mandatory
Heads up.
to this sizing.
Look your back.
Thank you. I customize like
What's the little?
Check, check on the flop.
Just, yeah, what do you put in
You can put a key. You can put a small chance.
Poker chips.
And I think I would be looking to bluff there if I were Wang.
That's too exposed.
But I customize
Drugs?
it. It's cute, right?
He calls the turn.
I think the only drugs Kitty would take are steroids.
Thank you.
Poker steroid.
For her abs.
Maybe planning to try to take away the pot on the river, but I guess we'll see.
300.
Nice.
I went to store because they don't have this one.
He does bet, and that's going to win it.
You have a cat.
Yeah, I'm a compare it.
Not sure what he's saying he has, but maybe that's less important than the fact that Candy just doesn't have much.
Straddle.
Straddle 50.
Would music be too
Why,
crazy for
so you
the
think
string?
that like when you have a
put
long
music
nail,
on
No,
that's
I
hard
don't
for
think
you
so.
to
I
do
wish
the
I've
part?
always asked them that. Like they should
nice
have
to
like
have a
some tunes
little-
on. Yeah,
You don't
it's so
do-
quiet in here.
Yeah.
Watch
Well,
play
it's
out
probably
there.
some of
You
the
don't
string
do
if the
the.
player
How you
has
do
played
the
music.
change your sheet and the whole the long
Guess maybe it
nail?
like
How you
messes
do
with
the
like
stuff at
the
home?
mic.
No,
I
like
didn't realize they
they.
could do it.
There's a
No,
question in the
it's-
game.
Oh,
they could
whether
hear
they
it.
can
Use
play
mic.
This
music.
is why.
Before they used to have like
It's different now.
everyone
Two
would wear a mic.
Will be fun.
Yeah.
But these mics pick up the audio really
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. So that you don't
Yeah,
have to
so
mic
that
up
they're,
the
they're,
player.
they're saying no because it's going to interfere with the conversation and also potential copyright problems.
Yeah, putting music.
Oh,
Oh, that's the
that's-
other thing.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I didn't think about that.
So straddle back on, it would seem. Kitty raises it up, and no takers.
There's a couple of like indie music production companies that have started like making Twitch channels where you can just listen to their music and for like streamers can put it up. It's like copyright free.
Such a market for it.
Yeah,
too.
well, it's so smart for like these small places to do that.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like
they can get their music out there.
Yeah, it's like a free way to get it out there and help out the streamers. It's so awesome.
That's a really cool idea.
Floor.
Thank you, Taylor.
Which one? See?
She just wants chips.
Oh, can you
Alright.
get chips?
There's 105.
Should be 4K,
Uh-oh.
but let me know.
Again? Just let me steal it.
Do you know which airport if I really want to go check out?
So Ray's here from the clam.
LAX from here.
Sammy calls the big blind.
Oh, Dallas Fort Worth.
But it's 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Clam gets a pretty good board to c-bet on,
So you have
and
to go there and rent a car
Can I
or
get,
get an Uber.
he's going to win it despite it would appear betting very small.
Yeah.
4,000 behind? Thank you very
I
much.
might always lost minute.
Have you been there before?
No.
I went there one time. It was a great tournament. Lots of Cowboys, you know, lots of very bad players.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, it's unlike anywhere else. It's very strange, you
As
know.
long as they check their guns at
But
the
it's
door.
the hotel is just it's okay.
What city?
Choctaw. It's an Indian reservation right across the border of Texas and Oklahoma. So it's in Oklahoma, but it's like 90 minutes, an hour, 15-minute drive from Dallas. So that's where everybody in Dallas goes to play. They have a World Poker
How
Tour.
about the hotel? Is it old?
Madax says, I wouldn't go so far as saying this is an underrated
It's not
show,
super old, but there's just nothing
but it's a
else
really
to
good
do.
show to
It's in
watch,
the middle of
and
nowhere.
for free as well. Thank you so
There's
much.
a movie theater and a bowling alley in the hotel, so you could go to a movie, go bowling. But it's okay. I'm sure the tournament will be very soft.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it's
it'll be
only
very
one.
good. It's only $1 million guarantee. I know.
No, it's a one tournament only.
Yeah, and there's no side events. Yeah, it's just a 3,500. That's why I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna go to Florida. and
I was thinking
play
if
that.
I skill this one, I gamble for 25K in power.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I probably just want to study.
The 25Ks at Hard Rock are always so good too.
Yeah.
The last thing, when was the WPT there a couple months ago? The 25K there was like one of the best 25Ks I've ever seen. It was. I wish I played it. It was so good.
Deuce.
I just get my social number,
Deuce,
so I
Oh,
don't
you
need
did?
to. I don't need to pay tax.
Yeah.
Andy Wynn says, should we use linear or polarized hands to 3-bet in live low stakes? Absolutely go linear.
Too much money, 30%.
Yeah, because you get
People do not fold to 3-bets nearly enough
waited like 2
in
seconds
low
for
stakes
that.
games for the most part.
Right?
So you want to mostly be 3-betting for value.
Ace queen, maybe.
As you move up to 5-10 or so,
Ace 7, Ace 8.
and sometimes even in 2-5 or 5-5,
Okay, thank you very much.
you can put more of the bluff type 3-bets in there. But at lower stakes, you want to be going linear when you 3-bet.
Yeah, isn't it? Not a lot of the same.
I like it.
Who's usually playing? Famous people?
Also, people
Every
4-bet
Tuesday, it's always
so
like
rarely unless they have aces or kings
Francisco, Big
that
John,
you can comfortably
the guy
3-bet
who was gonna come, Guido.
hands like, pocket nines in a lot of situations for value.
Oh,
They mix it up a
KUO?
lot.
You're in this lineup a lot?
They mix it up a lot. I
Oh,
play.
they mix
I,
it.
I
Oh,
play.
Dogert says, is this really live? Yes, it is live.
When they let me.
The footage on your screen was recorded a couple hours ago.
I
We've
commentate
got
a couple times.
Well, you win
technicians working on the graphics, and I'm commentating here with you live.
Make sure that it's always a good game and stuff. But I do commentary like 2 or 3 times a month also.
Oh, nice. On this. Oh, good. That's cool.
Yeah.
So Kitty raises out of the blinds here with pocket eights,
Everybody plays
Yeah,
it better than they know.
fires the flop, is going to keep firing on the turn. She actually has the best hand, but this is a bluff. And Wang
You're back.
folds his pair of sixes.
Hey, it's not nice you tell girls money and just run away. You know? Fun now, I'm joking. Where you going? Small? We always like
You're
small.
more than welcome to come with me if you want. Just to check up on me, make sure I'm okay.
He's gonna try to sell you a condo.
A what?
A condo.
Oh, Hondo. I thought you said.
Condom?
No, don't put words in my mouth like that. What is wrong with you guys?
Everything but pot, right?
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Why not?
What is it?
It's a bump out. Every time dealer change, you just put a
Oh, yeah,
$100.
bump up.
$100
Yeah,
one pot?
100
Oh, that's deep.
just
Alright.
say.
Bump
No
out.
action.
Okay, so everybody just gets a card.
And then
Okay,
we
cool.
see the flop and then we play. Yeah.
Huh?
Can you flip maybe?
Whatever you
Shenanigans
guys
happen.
want. I don't
They
care.
won't let us
I like
do
this. Who's the luckiest?
No
We'll see.
skill.
Look, you need skill, you need luck.
No, you play flop.
Bomb pot's a combination of luck and skill.
Can you break that down for me?
A
Purple and
flip
yellow?
is just pure luck. So that we get a little bit of both.
Can you break it
We
down
get
for me,
an
purple and yellow?
$800 pot right off the bat.
Break the what?
Just break it purple and yellow.
Just don't give me aces.
Why?
Aces in a bomb pot I hate.
I'll take
I'll
them.
take them.
I mean, usually it's gonna be like a 3-3-7 board, and you're gonna lose to
It's gonna be
3-4
aces
off.
versus aces. With a flush draw.
So now it's normal?
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay,
normal.
I checked. She checked, yeah.
We do appreciate our Korean viewers, but I'm being told to enforce that English only rule in the chat so that everybody can understand.
Chasing.
Sorry about that.
Tempting, tempting.
Did I miss any big hands while I was done, Sammy? Did I miss any big hands while I was done?
No. No big hands.
Okay, well,
You and the ladies.
Can you push that in, please? Take it. That's 600.
Why is this what I am? Minus everything.
Candy. Betting small here on this term. This is a big pot. Ashley not a believer yet.
I have a 9.
And she's going to see that Candy got there on her.
Ooh, you really dished out for one time.
Yeah.
He gave it to you.
Excuse me.
what on earth did you call the flop with?
It's candy special.
Got the flop with
Candy is
absolutely
Sorry,
nothing.
with a hope and a prayer.
Okay, you earned it. You really earned
There's
it.
that one, wow.
Now I know the
It's
secret.
like,
Just
fuck, I hit a 10. All the straights got there, and let me bet this fucking thing. I'm good here.
Are you gonna play tomorrow?
I have a pocket there.
What's tomorrow?
Pocket threes.
No, 3 days in a row is too much. Because I'm playing home games after
That's
here.
good. You
know,
didn't want your
but
aces.
Tomorrow, 25
Yeah,
baby, who's in
the
the lineup?
aces would have been good on that one somehow.
I was on my way here last Saturday. And
I
then
got a pencil and it's still one more night here. I was like so angry. But nothing you can do.
Candy, that was magical. I mean, for real. That was magical. What's up, Harry? You limping? Alright.
Take him.
125.
Just want to win a little money from Harry.
So Ashley isolates this one from the button.
Alright, then we'll go. I mean, you deserve
Harry
some
limps and then
back.
calls.
No doubt about that.
And a good flop for Ashley. Gutter for Harry.
200.
He has a backdoor flush draw too. I was going to say that he has to at least call here. He's now open-ended. It'll go check. And fortunately for Ashley's sake, Harry's not going to get there on her. She's had a rough time against him so far tonight. She's going to put in a thin value bet here with second pair. And Harry's going to let it go.
That's a good hand.
Yeah. That's now your hand.
Oh, you got king 10 again?
You didn't want to make 2 pair on the river, that's
Oh
what
no.
Jack 9 of spades.
Oh yeah.
So Ashley
Turned open-ended.
gets a small amount of revenge here against Harry
Spade on the turn.
after that big bluff
Front block, spade on the
Harry pulled off against her.
The turn gave me open-ended.
Who won my hand?
You? She won it with the candy hand.
The Candyman hand.
Yeah, she was inspired the way it
We learn each
Fuck me.
other.
I can't get that hand the next hand
cost
and
me
not play.
200 pre-flop, and then, no, not that much.
We
One
learn
flop.
each other, guys.
Thanks a lot, Candy. All you have to do was not show your hand. I would have saved 125.
They had to show it to
Probably
win.
would've just folded or limped in for $5. Damn it. Sucks, Dave.
330. I hear you.
So raise from Candy. Buying 3 bets with the suited ace, which I like. Candy calls. We'll play a big pot. Blind against blind here.
Also, a lot of private games here, the raise too high.
Yeah,
I don't think you need to play more. Like, wait, it'll kill you.
I know. It's bad
Fine
for your
board to
health, definitely.
bet small on if you're Wang.
No, I know.
200. Candy calls with some backdoor possibilities. She does now have a flush draw and a straight draw. It goes check, check. And Candy makes a straight on the river. That's very lucky.
What's up, baby?
She floats sort of out of position on a king-king 5 flop in a 3-bet pot and then makes the backdoor straight.
400.
Bets small.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then you'll be scanned in, you won't have to do it again.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
you have your
do
idea.
after.
I can do it. I can do
No,
it.
it's gotta be done.
He's the boss.
I'm not sure what Wang's thinking about. Maybe he's considering raising here.
You can be the boss over here, but he's the boss over there.
Yeah, they just,
Maybe he's considering
they just wanna know whoever.
some kind of hero call with ace high. Finally does let it go. Candy wins a $1,500 pot.
What time is it now?
Time is it?
Yeah. What time is it now? Awesome.
3:30.
How many hours already?
We started at 2, so it's going an hour and a half.
This month for me 4 hours.
4 is the most you can play.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really good game.
David,
Still,
David.
still.
It's hard for me to stay. That's why I like
Robot
tournaments
on
because I
Twitch
have no
says,
choice.
raise there
I-
only
I-
represents
they-
pocket
I-
tens,
I-
really. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
I
was
can play
thinking
all day,
too.
but I don't know. During
If he
COVID,
puts
I
in the
played a lot
raise,
more
he's just really saying he has pocket
Started,
tens, and that's
playing
awfully
sessions.
thin.
I put a lot of things down on mine.
Yeah.
But like, as I say.
So you can't really make that raise, I don't think, with ace eight of diamonds when you have no relevant blockers to anything.
Yeah, you just only want to play a little. Yeah.
You got it.
So a 4-way flop here. Candy with ace 7 has the best of it, but there are some straight possibilities out there.
$300.
Checks around to Candy, who bets. Thought I heard the dealer say 300, but maybe not.
What is that?
Doesn't matter. She's gonna take it down.
King 10?
They will send a girl also to you. Oh, you
No,
mean-
no, but not while I play. Like, After.
I got a big laydown for you, Candy.
Huh?
They're all bad.
They're all
You
gone?
wanna draw?
Especially you don't want to go out.
Yeah, but I don't want Diamond to get there in my draw. Then I
Like,
don't know where
because
I'm
of
at.
not doing COVID-19.
Yeah.
In case you
I only
have
go in
Diamond
now.
draw with
Why
your
not
draw.
go her?
I will. I will.
You
I
have
need it
diamond
bad.
draw
That's
with
why I was
your
gonna
hand?
get it while I was here, but I'll just do it.
Did I have diamond?
I had a draw
But
with
the
hearts.
180 coin,
I didn't want to.
decent, you can try.
I didn't want my straight to
No, I
get
like
there
it. I'll
and then
take
a
it.
diamond
Yeah.
get
You
there.
know,
I'll wait till
And I
we
don't
get
know
home.
if you have
That's the
diamonds, you
I
know?
have ace of diamond.
Yeah, I just figured, you know what, let me just.
Oh, this is the biggest space I ever
I
had.
try everywhere here.
In a poker table.
Oh yeah, there's only 8 of
If
us.
I hit it, I'm not gonna get
It's
paid
only
up.
eight.
Yeah, he gets a lot of room.
You see, you're VIP.
Pair open-handed.
You're lucky I'm not that fat. Otherwise, like,
Pocket queens here for Candy.
Yeah, all the tables in LA are still 8 national.
And aces for Wang.
That's perfect.
I
Wow.
should do that in Vegas.
Just saw one of the queens go to the muck
I was
also.
sad when they changed it to 9.
Tournament is like 10-handed, right?
Wang
Not
just
right now, but
calls.
some tournaments are. In normal times, like the small tournaments, sometimes we're 10-handed, but
They should ban the 10.
now, right now,
He's
the
about to
Olympics
get a
only
gift
9.
from the clam who puts in a
I'm hoping
3-bet
it's
with
that way for the
deuces.
World Series.
Yeah. Before he like picked up the
Guys,
microphone,
help
he's
the dealer by
like, no
putting
more
the
math.
chips
And
in
everybody's
there.
like, woo! And he's like, 9-handed.
Oh, I
And
see.
everybody's
Wang put in the 3-bet. The clam cold called, and Candy also called. So a couple of big hands here. King on the flop should maybe prevent Candy from losing too much money here.
Same for me, so
Just
much.
a top.
I just do here.
Wang checks back the flop. Wow. Okay. So the graphics are a little bit ahead of us. Wang does put in the bet here.
I like how your mask matches your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
She always have a different clothes here every time.
775.
So the deuces get out of the way.
Here around,
3,300.
here around 34
See if Candy wants to peel once here.
for my ice. I have a big ice.
She has big eyes. Big eyes, she has big eyes.
That's 3485.
Roughly.
I say
We don't have the right
3,300.
number.
Oh, Milwaukee.
I told you, you were gonna bet with Francisco. I said, I
And
like
she
the
lets it
Rockies.
go.
Took Milwaukee all the way.
Nice fold there. I think Candy loses the minimum.
No, oh, no. I mean, I played Milwaukee since game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6.
Wang, I think, got pretty unlucky that, that Candy didn't put in another bet after
I had Middleton to win
the clam cold called Wang's 3-bet.
Close,
They
100 to
were
1.
at Starbucks, but I don't know.
No chance. Giannis scored like
It's a long time to sit
How about my mom?
shit.
I don't know. If there's slot machines here, she might be here.
Phoenix is not. Phoenix has no
slot
chance
machines,
to ever get there again.
No, okay.
What?
Then she's
Not for
probably
a while.
out.
Not with the Lakers and Clippers. They got no chance
The
now.
Golden State, probably.
Golden State's gonna get better.
Brooklyn's gonna get better.
I don't know, man. Brooklyn.
Milwaukee's gonna be much better since they.
You got the menthol going into your eyes again?
It's a sign.
Signs you should.
So a race here from Kitty.
Raise.
Jared calls with King Queen off, which I'm not sure is mandatory from these positions.
Ooh.
Candy likes getting weird with 7-deuce suited. We've seen it a few times on the show. She puts in the 3-bet.
In the middle, Mike. In the middle. Push him over for a minute. Just help him out, guys.
And unfortunately for her, the clam does not like to fold.
Oh, I like her hair. Pretty.
He somehow dominates her
What do you
hand.
like about her hair?
Color. The design.
Dry blow?
Yeah, like a dry style is very, pretty. But not her face.
Not sure if Jared is in there or not.
What about his face?
Kitty only.
Ace 8-6. Good board for Candy to represent something. But the clam does have a draw. I think Jared folded pre-flop. Yeah. Candy bets, the clam calls and gets there on the turn. Wow. So a straight for the clam. It does give Candy an open ender as well. She does check it back though. Clam fires. And Candy is trying to figure out if there's any way out of this.
Yeah, for me, so it was that. Before I think always
I like
short.
it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good. What do you like?
I like longer. More soft. Yeah. People let's call me.
Let's call you.
No, it's not true. People call me anyway.
A jam would be really sick here, but incredibly ambitious.
All in.
Oh, she does go for it. Wow.
Well, I guess if you got 7-10, you got
Definitely have to call there for the clam. Wow. And the clam is going to win a $12,800 pot.
How sick is that? I had 7-5 of spades.
Wow.
After Candy
I laid it down because I
takes
thought
a
maybe she's gonna
crazy
read it.
line with 7 deuce suited,
Really, I had 7-5 of spades. I flopped open-ended and a flush draw.
and the clam's going to win her stack.
Have a 7-9 club.
After making
No, what
a
I'm saying is,
straight
I thought
after
maybe you're gonna
cold calling a
re-raise.
free bet
You know,
with
like, I don't
7-5
wanna
suited. What a crazy hand.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, with cards, you got better than.
Wow.
Got all that King 10 money, Candy, what'd you do, babe?
I know.
I folded 7-5 of spades. Look at my hand. I go all in on the flop.
I know you will. You like a draw, though.
I did that.
Okay.
So you want to go all in with 7-5 of spades on that flop?
Yeah, of course. But if make sure people folding. Otherwise, you 7-5 is not going to fold.
We'll find out. We'll find out after the money's in. Sometimes they fold, and sometimes they don't.
So
Sometimes you get there.
So you both have a 7-5? Wow, interesting.
Yeah, but he's a better player than me, so.
You should call your position. How can you fold the position?
Because you open, I thought you were gonna re-raise.
There was
You're
a
so
little
tight.
respect. What
Wow, what a wild hand.
You fold every single hand, every time raise.
You're tighter than.
Who is the girl? You
Candy
are the
goes for it with 7 deuce suited. Not the most plus EV play, but man, you have to love it for entertainment value.
Oh, sorry.
I think she's probably thinking it's really hard for my opponent to have a strong hand there that isn't a straight.
450.
And it's not often that he's going to have a straight.
Because she was watching me the whole time,
If you're Candy, you think my opponent can't really have aces, kings, ace, king.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you also probably think, I've got 7 high.
All your friends are here.
Free money.
I have one way to win this pot.
You come in Los Angeles very
Don't
well.
lose with that hand.
Because I don't remember my phone
What
number.
are you
I
gonna
think
do?
I've won in this
But
one.
then, what a draw I would have had on
In a
you.
row right now.
If me and you were in the hand,
Oh my
and all
God.
the
I
money
just
was
need
in
to
on
go, and I'm gonna be
the
up my
money was in on
hand.
the
I forgot to tell you.
Oh my
I forgot to tell you today.
God.
They will pick you up.
Yeah.
You will pick us up.
That's okay. I'll figure them out.
So you're back now, right?
It's
How much
at
you
the first
playing?
place at my account, the people love me so much.
Yeah.
And he
right,
commented,
yeah.
you know. So they just want to pick a spot. But now they know.
So
I
now-
know everyone, so they just stop.
available, let me know, Michael.
I folded because I
So
thought
it'll take
she
a
was
while
gonna
to
do it. But you're stuck, you don't give a shit.
take a while.
Yeah, you're
Takes
like,
a while
fuck,
before they
it's
figure out
I like the hand, man.
that you're
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I did
That
too,
we're
but
calling them.
I
Yeah.
just want to get re-raised.
We're
And
calling
put
them
like
to come
2,000
prepare.
in there.
Right.
Get rid of
Now it's Sammy who's running a big bluff.
Yeah, 4-bet on that for sure.
That was a big pot. What was that?
a lot.
Nice hand.
Good spot.
6K.
I wonder what she had.
No, 12K pot.
I
Six
say,
from each one.
I think he probably was some like.
Lying, not a believer.
Because he has
And he tried to
12,000.
protect him with
Nice.
pocket king. She
Yeah.
tried to be like, she probably just have a king queen there. And she
That's
knows
what
she
I
cannot
had.
call.
I had king queen off.
Yeah, she had like 5,000-6,000.
All in.
And Sammy now goes all in with just ace high.
Is it too early?
Never,
Well, at least it's not boring.
I mean, you can never.
This is a really tough spot with a pair of fives.
What's the triangle rule here? Can you do that? You know, the Macau
No.
triangle
Oh,
rule?
yeah.
I'm all in. They made it binding.
Really?
Yeah, if you did this, you were
That
all
means
in.
that's just because everyone was doing it so much.
Yeah, and there were some speaking English, some speaking Chinese, so
Yeah,
they said,
that's
okay,
enough.
this
Just-
means
that's a
all
universal
in.
still
Yeah.
allowed. That's funny. I've only seen that on like Triton broadcasts and stuff, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah.
He's not letting this go. Clearly pretty suspicious.
So I think like for me, Tuesday, Wednesday here, I working two.
Let me know in the chat if you think he's going to call. 1, if you think he's going to call. 2, if you think he's going to
If
fold.
you play here every Tuesday, Wednesday, then yeah, you're
8
set.
hours in casino, make a, hourly.
Yeah, but at least the casino here feels safer than for COVID.
Yeah.
Than Vegas right now.
But okay.
Yeah.
It really
Casinos
does.
in Vegas are nuts right now.
Well, because if they're making you guys wear your mask, it just feels safer.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've heard of so many people, poker players our age, getting the Delta one,
Yeah.
fully vaccinated.
That's what
and
I've
they
heard
felt like
too.
shit for a week.
I know, I've heard the same.
And I'm just
I
like,
kinda
Mostly
feel like
ones
I
here for a
kinda
call.
got it again. I stayed inside, but I didn't go get
And
tested. I just had
Wang
a cold.
finally does let it go.
Like,
He
similar to
did
how I
sense that
before,
something was up,
like 3 weeks ago.
but not able to pull the trigger on a call, and it's hard to blame him.
Yeah, that's
Audacious
true.
bluff from Sammy.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen some
But
crazy
luckily,
bluffs
like,
here
both
just in
times,
the last few minutes.
especially the first time, I literally had no symptoms at all in my lungs. Like I didn't have a cough at all. Just had a stuffy nose and I was tired.
I'm thinking this COVID-19 probably take until 2023.
Until it's completely
Will
over.
be done, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Sounds like you're not happy about your soul, no? Sounds like
他
you're
说
not
你是不
happy
是不
about
开
your
心？你
soul.
fold 掉。
Poker times, I think, yes.
Huh?
50.
他说你是不是后悔
What
fold
poker
掉？
times in Chinese?
他说是不是你有11对？
11对。
他问你是不是11
Yeah,
对
yeah, that's all I'm saying. Is I don't
No,
want
it's
to, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
he's not happy with this
我
whole.
我他是有数个数字，你知道吗？
I don't think he's happy with his soul.
Yeah.
他应该有啦，
哎，
他应该有。
肯定是有的。
他不太会去吹牛我们，对不对？
I said, that's
Sammy's not happy with your fold either.
Yes, I see one that's smaller. Even smaller.
Oh, shit. Good
Can
fold,
she come
yeah.
back?
She said she would.
She never leave early.
No,
Do
she
they have
usually comes
baccarat
back.
here?
It's very, very
Yeah, she always.
She'd probably go play baccarat then.
No,
come
she
back.
will go after
Who's
the
that?
bike.
Candy, right?
I don't think so.
She likes
Really?
baccarat.
Yeah, it'd be a bad time to go play baccarat after you get stabbed.
They don't do that. They normally finish a show, they go baccarat. They will do, but not during the show
Oh, I see.
because it's not good for TV show.
I see if that's
My
smaller.
friend? 100?
Right.
There's a lot of money in the pot.
100.
I mean, your all-in was what, like 2,200?
What'd you bet, like 230? You bet like 230 right there?
I don't know. Almost like
$150.
They will come to get you again. Put the mask
I'm
here.
drinking, girl. Relax. You worry about your own stuff. How was your dinner last night?
At the French Laundry?
Oh, the dinner is so good. You should try once. So good.
I try a lot of
I order 7 salad.
7.
soup and salad.
I
7
ordered
salads.
7 huge salad.
Where did you
7.
put it?
My stomach. So good.
It's a lot of salads.
There was only 6 of us. She ordered for like 15. Small army.
If you guys ever hungry, hang out with me. You never feel hungry in your life.
Actually, you really should. If you've never
Raise.
been to a restaurant,
Raise,
just go with
100.
Kitty. And just, you don't have to order. She'll just order
I
for you.
always feel hungry every day. every hour.
Well, that keto diet will kick that, man.
No,
I
normally,
eat a lot keto. I eat pork rinds, I eat bacon, sausage, everything.
107.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
So Olympia from Sammy, raise from Kitty. Sammy calls. 884 on the flop.
100.
okay, you are 3.
You?
Kitty checks back the turn.
I cannot beat an ace. Deuce.
Yeah. I said this.
And gives up on the river. Sammy's going to take it down with deuces.
Take it. No, the button.
Oh, yes, take it. Sorry.
No, no, you're alright. Couldn't reach it.
Normally I go the new ratio, right? I just say.
One viewer asks, is 5-5 with the 50 ante normal? No. It's a game we play here on Live at the Bike, and I'm not aware of that game existing anywhere
Well,
else.
it'll take like an hour for all your food to come
It's
out.
a game that we've played here early in the week for the past couple of
That
years.
sounds pretty awesome.
And particular thing to Live at the Bike.
Bacon, lettuce.
It's a fun game though. It's a very big game that draws in a big audience because on the surface you get to play a lot of hands, and it doesn't seem that big really, not even when you're playing.
Maybe.
Kitty's ace-6, the best hand right now.
225.
You don't need the bed, it's up here.
But the clam is going to bet and win this one.
Take it.
Albert says, why don't you guys do PLO much? My understanding is that it's just a difficult game to televise, and if we mostly focus on no limit hold'em, it's a better for us to build a consistent audience.
Rice with pork chop and preserved vegetables, something like that. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Taco is the best.
Yeah, I want to see what this one is.
Barry says, why does Live at the Bike require the mask wearing? I believe that is the county of Los Angeles right now. If you're inside at a business, you have to wear a mask.
Fernando was blind.
Take it.
Can't let her must be around.
Not a Live at the Bike rule or a rule of the bike.
I check.
A couple interesting draws here. Ashley was the pre-flop raiser.
150. Raise. 400.
And Sammy's raising this up. Ashley certainly going to continue here, you would think. 7 would be pretty sick on the turn, especially offsuit. It's a 6, and Sammy now takes the lead. Has a pair of 6s and is going to try to show it down.
非洲没有啊，非洲有我吗？
啊？
没有啊。
因为有机会去非洲看肯亚什么的这些地方，然后打牌的也很多，很多人认识你。
我认识我，你也认识我吗？
那肯定了。
Ashley checks back the turn and now is going to bluff the river.
肯亚就是那个动物大迁徙。
And really looks like she has some kind of medium value here, I think. And Sammy lets his 6 go.
你这边打的也。
很多他们很多像印度很多什么很多城都会邀请我去什么地方，可是我通常啊不会特别去，除非有大比赛。 要大的比赛我才去，因为狮局我在拉斯维加斯都打很大的狮局，没有必要飞到一个城市打那么大的狮局。
但是可以看一看，这个片子很美。
的那个观众并不消失
Doug
了。
Polk.
那旅行
It's
好
not
危
Doug
险。
Polk. It's spelled differently. It says, what chat is he reading? YouTube. Yes. Reading from both the YouTube and Twitch
超
chats.
过30度，最低也不低于20度。
Higher Than You Are says, definitely the best broadcast of live poker. Thank you very much.
I didn't know if you were a big blind or not.
No. Harry, no phone. I'm like police.
Hey, your massage is here.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you first. Harry, I owe you a massage.
All right now, thank you.
You want one?
I'm okay right
You
now.
want?
Yeah, after you though.
No, you first. I do have to.
Okay.
She first. Huh? You have it? Oh, she can take my spot. It's fine. Yeah, good.
You can get me a massage if that girl comes. If she comes on her own, I'll get a massage from her. Okay?
So Sammy has defended from the small blind here with King 9 suited.
How many percent sure you come to Vegas?
Did I move there?
Yeah.
200.
40%.
Wang is taking a...
Sure.
I see. Sammy actually
I already went over
bet the river after Wang checked back the turn. And Sammy's going to win this one.
You are a tournament player.
I know, exactly. Now, there used to be tournaments I could play here, you know.
Yeah,
now
but now we'll
It didn't work
while,
out
I
very
promise
well.
you.
Yeah.
Because the COVID-19 company, LA is very bad now, so it'll probably take a while.
I know. Yeah.
Michael, is he available or not?
No.
I want to play with Sammy, that's all I want to do.
I wish you would play then. I think we wouldn't mind having you 900.
How did you do yesterday? Oh, you lost yesterday. But you won more. But you won more the day before.
Yeah, I want, you win 30 and then you lose.
Doug says, does the broadcast booth get complimentary drinks as well?
Do that every day. You
No, I
get
wish.
2 million in 1
Can't win every day, Sammy.
As good as Aiden is, he can't win everything.
You could.
Thank you for looking at me, though.
Yay.
Can I get one please?
Sure.
I almost just tell myself I'm gonna check with you. Just, you know what? No.
467 people now on Twitch. 886 over on YouTube. Go ahead and hit like for me.
Okay,
I probably felt for a
Hit that
second.
thumbs up button.
I have
That helps us out.
Yeah.
Just 10.
Charlie Wilmoth here with you today.
Yes.
You find me on Twitter
Yeah,
at
you saw
Third
that.
Walking.
No.
Check out
I
my
did have a
podcast,
10.
which is called Third Man Walking.
I think that.
I don't know if 10 is.
Yeah, 10's a Broadway card. Yeah, yeah.
Because in Asia we call them picture. Or the
Yeah, but
Japanese-
10's not really a
Yeah,
picture.
10 is not a
But
picture.
Broadway is 10 through ace. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what Broadway is. A straight
Drewski
is 10 through
says,
ace. So a
is the
Broadway
Bike
card is
Casino a
10
great
back
place
to
for
50.
tourists? Absolutely. There's a hotel here and everything.
Is Cindy really coming back?
Just minutes
I
from
believe so. He usually does.
downtown LA as well.
Yeah, she was gonna leave. She would have just said
She said she'll come
said
back.
she was leaving. So maybe she had to go to her box or something.
Straight draws for both players. Clam was the pre-flop raiser.
150. Can you put that in?
He bets. Wang calls. And the Clam makes the nuts on the turn.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to keep going, which is pretty ambitious with just a gut shot. Maybe he has plans to lead on a brick river or something like that.
Fine.
Okay, nobody judged me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I will this yesterday.
It is hard on the river, which he could use as a scare
I
card.
will this yesterday as the open.
Oh my god, kidding. Okay, fine, that makes you feel better.
He's going to bet.
Well, that sure feels like hearts, doesn't it?
Act like he was drawing to a flush. His bet is pretty small, though.
Sure does feel like hearts.
It does feel like hearts, but the price is so good.
Oh, shut up.
And obviously, the clam's hand is quite strong as well. But I think he would call with a variety of weaker hands as well. He's going to win a $2,100 pot. Has had good luck with straight so far tonight.
You want to come back in?
Yeah.
60.
60?
60. $55.
I was, yeah,
Yeah.
Is that straddle?
No. She had
I'm
the
just
post.
buying your.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well,
G-Man says, Squish, do you play poker for a living? This is not Squish. This is Charlie Wilmoth. But yes, I play poker for a living, and so does Squish.
105.
He'll tell you he's a bus driver, but he's a poker player.
Got it.
Oops. Splash.
Oh,
Splash.
do I hurt you?
no.
Uh-oh. No chasing. Chasing not allowed.
Done very soon.
Miles, the minimum buy-in here tonight is $2,000. So $5, $50 big blind ante and a $2,000 minimum buy-in. And we're uncapped. No worries, G-Man. I get that a lot. We do sound alike.
Is that his lucky cigar?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know where he keeps getting up and going to.
Take it.
No, he just likes cigars. He just put it everywhere.
He brings them everywhere.
When in the smoking area, I think he puts it somewhere, so when he goes outside, he knows where it is.
Got you.
He just slip it
All right, buddy, take
somewhere.
it.
Thank you.
Bomb pot?
Oh yeah, bomb pot.
Oh, wait. It's so hard to like.
I know.
Bomb pot.
The Clam, the big winner so far. Harry also up about 4K. Ashley down about 4,700. Wang down 4K. And still waiting on Candy to come back.
$100 bomb pot.
10-10 deuce
10, 10.
in the bomb pot. Pocket eights for Sammy.
325.
Looks like there's a 10 out there. Yeah, Wang has one.
Oh,
Do it out loud.
I've
never get past this.
Just gonna call, which I like.
actually a few times. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. This one it's like silent, you know. You can...
That was a crack.
650.
I give up.
Oh.
Looks like Wang raised and Sammy lets his eights go.
It's okay to see an 8. I just don't want to see a 10 and then 10. So he's bluffing.
I had ace queen.
Bomb pot makes that hand impossible. Then again, he started raising. I think that's 3 in a row he's raised.
I really think Chinese
Just
man.
don't look over here. They're kind of peeling.
Alright, sounds good.
Not to lie.
Higher Than You Are says, the commentator probably does this for fun, but gets paid big bucks for ASMR in his profession. No, I'm actually a golf commentator.
You say you're playing some events, Jared?
Events of what?
This year? Series?
The World Series? Oh yeah.
Which ones you like?
All of them.
Everything.
I rent to Airbnb there, and I stay and I play every day pretty much.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Where do you stay? Like what Airbnb? Like
I haven't booked anything yet, but usually I
like
like
off the strip? You
Yeah.
want to stay off? Yeah.
Yeah, usually I like do that with like
Yeah.
a couple other friends because I don't know, I don't like staying like on the strip for that long or staying in a
Yeah.
hotel for that long. I like
But
to
now
like,
the Uber is pretty bad in Vegas.
yeah, well I bring my car.
Oh, okay.
I drive from here and have my car with me.
Yeah, you want to.
Oh, still.
Yeah. But that way I can get into a routine and feel like I'm more like at home, you know? Staying in a house, I cook the food sometimes.
Those elevators give me vertigo after a little while.
Which
yeah,
one?
just going up and down the
Just
hotel
going up
elevator
and down
every
for
day.
weeks because it like starts messing with my thoughts.
Yeah, I could see that. I just don't. I don't know.
Is it Oklahoma, the one he just say? The one I'm going?
Yeah, Oklahoma.
What's the
Yeah,
sign?
that's a university they're talking about.
That's a sign?
It's a sign. We should go Oklahoma.
You just really want to go play this tournament,
Yeah.
I think.
I cannot
You're
stay
trying to
very
find
old
reasons.
hotel.
Yeah.
I cannot stay, then it's no point.
Yeah.
I
Just
Just
tried.
final table the
It's okay.
WPT. She has to
Yeah.
go again.
That's true, actually.
No,
yeah, you
actually, yesterday morning I came over and I canceled right away. So I went to Starbucks. One guy come over. Congratulations, you will book tour. Can I take a picture with you? Fuck, I won't book my
Now you're
hotel
like,
bed.
oh shit, I need more of this.
But I know I cannot sleep well if I
If
hotel.
it's not nice, yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's not the worst.
Our standard is
Oh my
very
God.
different.
Yeah.
Our standard very different.
Raise 100.
Ashley raising here with Queen 7 suited.
I haven't played with either of you two.
King
You
Queen
know
suited
what?
for Jared.
Yeah, you have a position on me.
And I think I prefer a 3-bet here, but he goes for the call.
That's it.
And flops the best flush draw. Good board for Ashley generally, though. She puts out a small C-bet. Jared calls. And I think once he calls, I probably would check, just as Ashley did. He has a lot of
275.
ace-X in his range now. And Ashley lets
I
it
did
go.
not know.
Not to mention some
I didn't have
3x.
anything, but I had it was a good board for me.
You had a very good nothing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had nothing.
Here, better first.
I think it's a good spot to bet once and then shut it down, as Ashley did.
You are tight, fuck it. I will sleep at it so badly.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Slap sleep at
I play a mixed strategy, Kitty. Come on. Sometimes I 3-bet, sometimes
No,
not.
that is fucking tight.
The mandibular, here's my points.
75?
75?
Yeah.
75?
Candy spot.
Candy bag.
Yes, I had to go rob a bank.
We so worried. You go to Barbara table.
I did.
Ashley will take this one.
For 5 minutes.
Reminder that if you want to play this game or another Live at the Bike game, you should email Wayne at liveatthebike.com. Let him know about your poker background and what stakes you'd like to play.
他要买包子，买那个，他要买，
4600.
你不用很快拿回去，对。因为刚才没有蒙住到嘛，他要买整那个。那个
Oh, sorry.
She's posting. You're all good, man. I appreciate the
Enthusiasm?
enthusiasm.
I love putting
attention
money
to-
in.
attention to detail.
I told my trainer I'm not training yesterday and today. He said, what happened to you? I said, no,
You do 7 days a week?
Like these
I do
6?
7 days a week.
Wow.
Then I take a 2 days vacation. Then
Something must be wrong.
Yeah, she said,
Oh, my
what's
bad.
wrong? She asked me what's wrong. I said,
On him.
no, I just want to play.
It's right here.
Oh.
I started that. I'm so sorry.
There you go. You only have 3 more hands to
I
get
follow
through.
you guys.
Ready?
There's 100.
Are you doing all right?
Yeah, we're good.
Drinks. I need drinks. Drinks. I was waiting for 3 hours.
I was playing.
Limp call here from Wang.
My
Yeah.
buddy was saying I'm gonna catch the boba variant.
Yeah.
With a not very good hand.
Or I used to. I don't play that much.
80.
Been on fire, man.
Yeah. It's
Ashley
usually-
C-bets.
It's usually great action there.
And we'll take it down. And yeah, Candy's back now. She took a lap or two, and now she's back to continue firing.
Really good. Thank you.
This is live. Charlie Wilmoth live with you here this evening.
It's like a nice massage.
It's so good.
Be with you until 8 p.m. Pacific.
What did I miss? We should get another bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Can I get a fruit
Is that Charles?
Race here from Jared.
I don't think there are.
Really?
No.
You have a battery?
Bunch of suited hands behind him, and Wang's going to call as well.
Huh?
I have a power bank.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Candy sits back down and flops the nuts against the second nuts.
Yes, I got it.
Wow, how lucky to have gotten back in the game. Just in time.
In Asia, if you give someone power bank at the poker table,
And she just calls against Jared's
I will
C-bet.
show you in 2 hours, take all your money. Okay?
Don't worry, that shit don't work on us.
550.
Clam raising it up, and understandably so.
What do I gotta do? Oh, nothing, that's it. Beautiful. Thank you, Sonny. I miss any hand?
It's calling against Jared. I think the play here is to continue to call, and she does. And that 5 of diamonds could slow things down a little bit.
I'm empty
The Clam now losing to any ace of diamonds, and it makes a lot of sense for Candy to have that. She